Hello, everybody. Just getting set up here. Getting my iPad set up so I can see what goes on in chat, if anybody is in there. My Renaissance Grandma was here earlier when I had planned this live for 5:30. And then around 4:30 or 5, I realized I needed to push it back to 7:30 because I did not have the supplies I needed. And I still technically don't have the supplies I needed. But, so most of you know that I moved, I moved back in November, and I thought all my seed starting trays went with me, but apparently they did not. So they either maybe got thrown out or maybe they are in my storage bin. I don't know. But I definitely could not start seeds without them. So I had to find things around the house that would at least suffice for now because I still did want to start seeds. I didn't want to wait till tomorrow. I've got too much to do tomorrow. I'm stage manager for a show at my theater. My theater group, Dramatically Incorrect Theater in Lowell, for anybody who is a Massachusetts or New Hampshire native or, lives near that border and wants to come see our show. We are doing Cruel Intentions, the 90s musical, in March, and I'm the stage manager because I decided I didn't really feel like being on stage for this particular show. So whoa, wrong button. Hey. Trying to change the, hey, we got friends. Hello, Mad Acre Farm. How are you? Yeah, all too well when moving. 90% of my stuff did not come here. This is my parents' house that I moved into. For people who are new to the channel, I moved into the upstairs of my parents' house that was kind of basically going unused. And I am here to save money and save money and save money like a mad woman to buy my homestead, get my farm, get my goats. I want my goats. I want chickens. My dad insists that we are not allowed to have chickens here by the city, but I'm pretty sure, based on what I read online, we can have chickens. I just need to get my measuring tape out, make sure that the back part of the yard where we put the coop is 25 feet from any of the dwellings that are, we have one behind us, we have one to the side, we have one to this side. But I'm pretty sure that in that back corner of the house, there's enough room for a chicken coop. It's got to be 50 feet from the street, and I'm certain we've got that. And it's got to be at least 25 feet from any dwelling, and I'm pretty sure we've got that. So we can't have a ton of chickens back there, but I bet we could have like 4. So I'm going to measure that out, and then I'm going to start bugging them. Chickens, 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 chickens. So, yeah, I don't have any seed starting trays. I did bring a whole bunch of my 6 cells, but, they're going to drip out. So what did I do? I found a pan in the house. So I'm going to use that because I really don't want to wait to start my seeds. Let's see. It says we have 2 people in here. I don't know who the other one is aside from Mad Acre Farm, but I'm glad you're here. So I figured I would just start out, and I have a bunch of seeds that I want to start tonight. Today was a very deceiving day. It was almost 60 degrees here, and almost 60 degrees in the middle of February, and this is what we call the first fake spring. We get a few of those here because it's going to go back down to the 20s tomorrow. Boo. But the rest of the forecast looks pretty promising. It's mostly in the 40s, which is great. So I'm thinking maybe the groundhog lied and we're going to have an early spring this year. I don't know. The next 10 days looks all above 40, close to 50. Let's see. Mad Acre Farm. Just found your property a year ago. Oh, that's amazing. See, I'm dying. I'm dying in this city. I want out. I want my chickens. And so being here at my parents' house, I'm able to save some money. So that's very, very helpful. Let's see. How many seed trays how many of these can I fit in here? Apparently the limit is 2. No matter which way I put it, I can only fit 2. Well, that's not going to be very helpful. And I do have the thing that I started my other seeds in here. Whoop, as I drop things everywhere. Yeah, so I'm hoping that within a couple of years I can have about 50,000 saved, and there are areas of the country where that can buy the property outright. So I'm crossing my fingers. Hey, Pure Pondering is here. Hello, how are you? Let's see. Yeah, the same thing last week, and now it's down to single digits. My friend lives in Colorado, actually. She's in Golden, and I'm pretty sure they just had a lot of snow on the ground because she was posting a lot of her running pictures from this morning, and she was running through snow. So she's nuts. She just loves to go up in the mountains, whether there's snow or, if it gets really hot. But God, the landscape around there is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, I thought you said CO. I thought you said Colorado. Oh, you're in Iowa. Yes, Iowa is a potential. I think it's about as far west as I would want to go. I do have 2 teenage daughters, and they would not be coming with me because they want to stay out here. Well, one of them's going away to college. She's already been accepted to the School of Visual Arts in Manhattan, in New York City. So she's very excited about that, but she's also applying to a school in Sarasota, Florida. She wants to be a television or movie animator. Although her preference is television. She really wants to work in television and working in animation and all of that. So she's very excited to have been accepted to that program. So she'll be in New York City. My other daughter, who's just about 20, she'll be back here in Massachusetts going to college and staying with her dad. And so I don't want to go forever away. Initially, I thought the furthest I would go would be Connecticut or New York. But the more I think about it, by the time I've saved up, who knows where they'll be and all of that. So, so I'm thinking I could go Pennsylvania, so Pennsylvania, maybe certain parts of Ohio, Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland, North Carolina, very, very eastern Kentucky, but I don't want to be in the mountains. Like, I want warmer weather. I want a longer growing season, but I don't want it to be ungodly hot either. So, there's a lot of potential in there. Niagara Falls is too cold. Nope. Sorry, not going to Canada. I love you, Rochelle. I love you. But no Canada for me. Beautiful place to visit, but south is the way to go. Not south, because I am not a deep south person. All right, so I'm going to start some seeds. Okay, one of the first things I need to do is I need to take some of these lavender seeds and get them stratified. You know what? I'm going to save that for a video. We're going to put those over there. Let's see. So I think what I'm going to do tonight is peppers. And then if we're still talking, we'll see what else we do. And what I have for peppers, I have Emma Gardner's Purple Beauty. Yeah, but Niagara Falls, New York, I know Niagara Falls is New York, but either way, that's practically Canada. It's too much. I have the Loot Shower peppers that I grew last year and saved seed from. I've got some California Wonder green bell peppers, jalapenos. These are not marked, but I put them in a red bag for a reason. And this is going to be kind of an outlier. I saved these from a pepper I got from the grocery store the other day, or last week rather, and it was called, excuse me, wrong tube. Oh. See, Florida would be too hot. Florida's just too hot. No thanks. Oh, there goes my dog again. Mia, what are you doing? She's a goof. Yeah, the purple beauties are a gorgeous pepper. They are really so pretty. But these, the grocery store called it an aloha pepper. So it was a big, beautiful red pepper with these yellow streaks. So I'm like, I know it's from the grocery store, and it may be a hybrid. It may grow something totally different. It may have cross-pollinated, but I'm going to grow it anyway because it was delicious, and I'm going to see what happens. Yeah, I know. The humidity. I've been to Miami. I've been to Orlando, and I've been down to the Bahamas and the Caribbean and all of that, and it is very humid, very, very humid. So yeah, I'm going to start doing some seeds. God, I am going to have to sweep. I've already got soil everywhere. Open that up. Let's see. So a lot of people are going to yell at me, but I actually like the Jiffy seed starting mix. So it's very light. It doesn't have a lot of like stuff that's going to be hard for the seedlings to get through. So I like to start with that. So I'm going to go for it. So let me just fill these trays. I think I'm going to start some celery tonight too because I think that's a pretty long season grow. I've never actually grown celery before. So if you guys have grown celery, you got some tips, let me know. I'm also starting these peppers in smaller cells than I like because I don't have my usual like 18 cell trays. I've just got these 6 cell things and I don't love that. So it means I'm going to have to transplant like that much sooner. But I've got a whole bunch of 4-inch pots. So I could use that too. Yeah, I didn't know if anybody would really join me tonight because it's a random live. It's not my usual Wednesday night, but I figured if I'm going to start seeds, yeah, I could film it and make it a video, but I'd rather hang out and chat. You know, kind of fun and, with certain milestones coming up, why not get the hours? I did my Shed Wars entry video shoot today. I had already kind of worked out some of it as a kind of funny, like, you know how with, if some of you have been in the MIG Grow Off, if you've seen Ann Dale Homestead's entry video for that, like she came in like she was some, prize fighter, like, and it was just the funniest thing in the world. So I figured if I'm going to do Shed Wars, I got to come in with a memorable entry. And so I upped my editing skills just a little bit to create a funny kind of entry. And then I did a little bit of shooting. It's the very first look at my new garden spaces. Even though one of them is just a photo, but I did get some nice views of one of them, and I talked to the people that own the space that are letting me garden there about what they want in their garden. They do have 2 little kids, so I'm going to plant some things there. Some of these peppers that I'm planting right now are going to their house. And some of these are going to the canning garden, like the jalapenos. Those are for the canning garden. I only got a picture of where the canning garden is going to go, but that's okay. I thought about trying to film out there, but my friend is going through some health challenges and her mother's in the hospital at the same time. So, yeah. Let's see. You're heading out in about 5 minutes to go to the quick shop for a drink. No, no, I get you. I get you. Oh, do. Yeah. So I've got, like I said, I've got 3 garden spaces this year that I will be growing in. One of them is, like I said, I'm calling the canning garden because that's my friend who loves to can and make sauces and all those fun things that I do love to do. I have a lot of interest in doing them. I just don't have entirely the time. So the deal is I will grow them in her yard and she will process them into delicious sauce and um into like all that, all the good stuff. um so that's going to be very helpful. All right, I've got my trays filled. I actually did remember and did have in my seed starting supplies, I just don't know where all my seed trays went, but I did still have all my labels, so I'm not going to screw up and forget what's planted where. Yeah, so I talked to the owners of the property. So one is my canning garden. The other one is what I'm calling the family garden. And that's for my friends who have 2 kids. They are 4 and 6. And so I want to grow things over there that they're going to like. So I asked them, like, I guess I'll give this, So the friend over there his name is Chris, and his nickname is Chippa because of his last name. His last name isn't Chippa, but we call him Chippa a lot of the time. Not going to go giving last names, but so I said, Chippa, what do you want in your garden? Because I'm going to be picking some of it myself, obviously, because Shed Wars. I need weight. I need food. I need my own pickles. I need, I'm going to make some refrigerator pickles and stuff like that, but I need cucumbers for salads. I need all that stuff. So I'm going to be eating plenty from that garden, but I want them to be able to eat plenty out of it too, because they're being nice enough to give me space in their yard to do this. So he's like, well, I definitely would love to see some cherry tomatoes for the kids. So, and I'm like, that's a definite. That was already on the list. So I'm going to grow plenty of cherry tomatoes for them. Hey, FR Humphrey, how you doing? Hello, hello. I really got to get Nightbot set up so I can have, these, have links dropped and all of that. And the only mod I have is Rochelle, and I don't want to put that all on her. But if you guys take note of people's channels and, want to go ahead and check everybody out, you should. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to start out, with the Purple Beauty. Oh my goodness, does this pen not like to write on this particular? Oh, that's terrible. This pen doesn't like to write on either side of my labels. Well, that's not good. It's the only pen I've got. Becca Davis, hello. I don't think I said hello to you again when I saw you, but I might have. My brain is kind of all over right now. All right, that's going to be an issue if I'm not going to remember, because I'm definitely not going to remember what I've got planted where. And I don't have another pen, and I don't have another thing to mark these with. That's a problem. Oh, let's see. Pure pondering. I've been pricing the electric pressure canners again. Yeah, they have been expensive. And if I'm not still here in a few, no, I'll be here. I'll probably be here for a while. I've just got to figure out what I'm going to do, whereas this pen doesn't want to write on my labels. Are these all the same ones? Or I have a couple different kinds of labels, and some of them some of them have like a paper back side and one side is, oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. This will work. All right. Purple or not. All right. It works enough. All right. Sort of. That's about as best as I could get it to work, but all right, so there we go. We're going to do the Purple Beauty. So I'm trying to think of how many peppers I'm going to put where. I'm probably going to end up with extra seedlings. I always do. Okay. Did I have an empty seed packet? I had an empty seed packet. Give me 1 second. I saved seeds from the Purple Beauty, so I'm going to go grab them. Ta-da. One of the many reasons I save seed, in case I kept a seed packet that that was empty, because I've been known to do that. So let's grab a few of these. Let's see. I'm going to try to not plant more than a few, because I only really need 2 or 3 of these. You got an empty seed packet from my gardener? Whoops. Let's see. All right. These are small cells, so I'm only going to put 1 seed per cell. I missed my 18 cell trays that I thought I still had, but oh well. So yeah, these are tiny, tiny little cells. So instead of poking them down in the soil, I like to just kind of sprinkle a little on top and pat them down. All right, we got the Purple Beauty, and now it's going to be the difficulty of hoping I can write on another one here with the jalapenos. I need a marker. There we go. All right, that didn't work. That didn't do too bad. So the jalapenos, I'm actually doing a full, like, double 6 cell on, because those are going in the canning garden. And my friend Kristen, she loves to make salsa and cowboy candy. So I'm going to make a whole bunch of jalapenos for her. So she will be a very happy camper. She's getting all the paste tomatoes. She's getting all of the jalapenos, bunch of pickling cucumbers. She just wants all the stuff she can process. Radishes, but she also wants ground cherries, which are delicious. She's got a love for ground cherries. I've yet to be able to get the ground cherries to germinate, though, which is frustrating. So, all right, let's see. So we're going to get her a bunch of jalapenos. She's going to have, so basically I'm taking my garden from last year and I am splitting it into 2 different gardens. So 2 of the 4x10 beds are going to the canning garden, and it's going to have trellis in between for all the cucumbers, as well as she said she'd like a melon or 2. So I'm going to give her some cantaloupe or something like that on her trellis. And see, so that's where, like I said, where the paste tomatoes will go, the jalapenos and things like that. So she's going to have plenty of room over there to grow all of that. Then in the other garden, like I said, I was asking them where to grow, what they wanted to grow over there. And I asked the 6-year-old, I said, Ava, oh, sorry, you didn't hear that name. And I said, hey, what do you want to grow in your garden? Thinking she's going to say like the typical things like, I want tomatoes, I want carrots, because those are some of her favorites. Can we grow eggplant? It just kind of stopped me in my tracks. I'm like, what? Because they don't really cook eggplant in her house. Like, I asked, I'm like, does she know how does she know what eggplant is? And they said, they mentioned eggplant at school. And so she's seen pictures and she very much would like to grow eggplant. And I don't think it's necessarily because she wants to eat it. She just wants to see it. This little girl is amazing. She is autistic, and she just is the best kiddo. Like, she's so funny, and she knows it. She's got a sense of humor on her. Oh my goodness. So if she wants eggplant, she's going to get her eggplant. Her dad said, yeah, let's go ahead and grow the eggplant, because even if she doesn't eat it, her mom and dad will, so it's not a problem. Let's see. Am I doing vertical growing with the tomatoes to save space? Yes and no. I'm not growing them up a trellis. When I do have my own property and I can do some big, long rows of tomatoes instead of the shorter raised beds that I have, I do plan to take cattle panels and 7-foot T-posts and, string the cattle panel lengthwise and do that, but I'm not growing them up the trellis. I mean, some of them do get kind of woven up there. Like, what I like to do is single stem them up like a furring strip or a post. So it does save space to grow them that way, and it does allow for a lot of airflow and all of that. M.I. Gardner has some great videos on that, but I'm not growing them up a trellis, so to speak. I am, making sure they go up versus bushing out. And unless they're a determinate tomato like my Roma or my San Marzano, that I will put in a tomato cage, and I'll just try to keep it pruned well for airflow, but that's going to go. So I'll give those more space. Yeah, I am definitely going to run out of room here. Oh my goodness, I'm already running out of space. All right, so I'm going to get another 6 cell here, because we've got jalapenos. We've got our purple beauty. And let's see. Now I'm going to do, where are my bell peppers. Definitely have to have bell peppers. Hey, garden to table with Heather Lynn. Heather Lynn's going to get to watch me stir her onions, because that's what I'm doing after the peppers. Let's see. So, bell pepper. These are the California Wonder bell peppers. My pen's giving me issues again. There we go. So again, these are the seeds that I saved in 2020. I just got to fill up my trays again. Goodness. One thing I really miss about my old apartment is the space. I had so much space there. My beautiful grow room. Oh well, my kitchen table will suffice. And at least now I have my seed starting rack all set up so I can get these things started. Let's fill in more trays. Yeah, so Ava really wanted, as I said her name again, my little friend, she really wanted to grow eggplant. It was adorable and exciting for her. So eggplant it is, little kiddo. And then growing some rainbow carrots for them and for the kiddos that I have that I nanny for as well. We're going to grow some rainbow carrots there. Trying to figure out where to grow in their yard though, because their mom definitely is like, yes, grow the garden, have grow all the food. She feels it's a really great activity for her kids doing and learning about, where food comes from, how food is, all of that. So that's, I love that she is all into that. She just doesn't know or doesn't have the time with her job to do a garden, which is the problem with most people. I think most people would grow gardens and things like that if their lifestyle supported it. So, let's see. Yours planted some of the onion seeds outside today. Oh, yeah, there will be no planting of things outside for at least a month. Like, what's the date today? The 12th? Okay, so I am almost, but not quite 5 weeks away from the first things I will plant outside. And that will be peas. The rule of thumb in New England is to start peas on St. Patrick's Day and you plant garlic on Columbus Day, Indigenous Peoples Day, whichever way you call that in the middle of October. Oh, you told him not to plant the seeds outside. Well, here's the thing. They may not, I mean, you may get onions out of those. You might. Onions, that could be okay. It's going to get cold and they're just going to sit there and they're going to wait. And when nature tells them to sprout, they're going to sprout. So, I mean, he may actually be okay with those. You never know. And if they do sprout and you don't need the onions I'm starting for you, then I will find them a home. I will make space. Yeah, so I'm definitely putting a lot of sweet peppers in the family garden. And then I'm going to have my space here. My dad actually said today, he goes, I'm not planting a garden this year, so here's all my seeds. So, like I needed more seeds, but I was very excited to get them. So he's got some things that I do not have, and so I may grow them. No fun tomatoes, though. He makes fun of my tomato collection. I mean, rightfully so. I mean, I am kind of tomato crazy. So, yeah. So basically, he's given over his entire garden to me. So now I've got those 2 garden spaces, and I thought I was just going to be getting part of this garden, but nope, I'm going to have, let's see, the family garden will have 128 square feet of bed space. The canning garden will, let's see, so 128 square feet of space plus 10 feet of planting space on either side of the cattle panel trellis. So that's going to, make things a bit, be able to pack more into that 128 square feet. So that's one garden. There will be 80 square feet of growing space at the canning garden. And that is going to have, also we'll have 10 feet of cattle panel on each side. So there's that too. Let's see. Oh, Ragnarok Prepper. It's not so much the amount of tomatoes I have; it's the amount of tomato varieties I have versus the space I actually have to plant them in. I think with everything that I've got now, I probably have over 60 varieties of tomato, but I only have space for 20 plants. Although now I may have some more. Oh, Rochelle's saying she has no idea how much planting space you have. The reason I have figured out how much planting space I have is because we have to do that for Shed Wars. You have to tell them the square footage of your growing space. Now, the thing is, for me, that may be subject to change because I may be adding other beds here at the house. Like the front yard is, my mom and I are going to redo that. Oh, that's right. No, I'm not going to put the strawberries there because I got myself a present this week. I helped my brother close on a condo a couple weeks ago, and I got paid for it this week, which was great. It was a nice boost, and part of me thought about taking it all and putting it in my savings account toward my homestead, but part of the big reason to do that is I want to get debt free. So maybe not entirely debt free, but like I just got this car last year. It's got a ridiculous high interest rate. I don't want to be paying way over what I should. So let's see, does adding beds change anything with Shed Wars if you have already reported your square footage? I don't think so. I mean, because people make changes to their garden plan all the time. I think I want to do a rule check with Homestead Aquarius on this because when I talk to them and say, okay, here's my square footage, however, I may add a bed. Because, people through the middle of the summer, they're like, oh, you know what? I'd like to start my berry patch. And so, you're adding things to your garden or something like that. I assume that is a thing that happens. So I'm going to do a rule check with Homestead Aquarius to see what the Shed Wars ruling is on that. So anyway, I'm going to plant these bell peppers that I saved in 2020. They were very delicious. They grew well in my garden this year. And I'm going to put some of those in my garden and the family garden. So we're going to grow a bunch of those. Yes. So where was I? Let's see. Get these seeds in here. So yeah, so I got that big commission check. Hooray, hooray. And I thought about putting it straight into my savings toward the homestead because that's like 10% of my goal right there. But I want to be as debt-free as possible. So I paid off some bills and I took $3,000 and put it toward my car payment, which very exciting. That was very nice to take that down by almost half the entire loan. So that was pretty cool. And I decided that, okay, and I was going to book a vacation as well, but putting that much on my car payment really, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that vacation. And if I'm trying to save for a house, should I be taking like a, $2,500 vacation? Probably not. So I decided that by the time my vacation comes in July, having a paid off car loan is going to feel just about as good as a vacation. So we're just going to leave it at that. But I really, I sat there thinking about it and I'm like, I should at least give myself some sort of treat. I worked hard for this transaction. It was very stressful because the agent on the other side was not doing their job, and like totally was not doing their job. And it almost, and this was my baby brother's condo. So I was very invested in this transaction beyond simple money. This was like my brother's, first home purchase. So I couldn't let that screw up. So it was a very stressful transaction. Thankfully, I have a great team of a great real estate attorney and lender and all of that. And we dragged this thing across the finish line to close. So I decided I really needed a treat. So with the sale that Roots and Refuge let us know about the other day, got myself a green stalk. It is on its way. I cannot wait. So I got myself a green stalk. It's the 7-tier leaf planter, and I am going to fill that thing with strawberry plants and herbs. So, okay, so I think what I'm going to have is a total of 304 square feet of growing space, but maybe more here, in the home garden, because there's also, we're going to reconfigure the bed that's there into 2 beds, add my cattle panel trellises. There's going to probably be another bed in ground, not a raised bed, but in ground up the front, or we may build that as a raised bed. I don't know. So I'm going to let my dad help me and take the lead off of this. So all of that, I was just getting a live call on Facebook Messenger, and that person is just going to have to wait. Ugh, I hate impatient people, especially when they're wasting my time. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to have 304 square feet, maybe another 40 or 50 square feet, depending on how those beds shake out, and the trellises and the green stalk. So it's going to be a pretty decent garden, at least for me. I know that a lot of the homesteader types, they have a lot bigger gardens, but I'm in the city, and that's how it is here. So yeah, I am going to do some measuring and confirm if I can have chickens or not, because I'm pretty sure I can. So stay tuned. All right, now I'm going to plant my loot shower peppers. I grew these last year and they were very good. I never did get around to making my paprika though, so I'm growing them again this year, and I'm going to see how that shakes out. Let's see. I don't need very many of them, so I'm going to do 1/2 of the 6 cell. F.R. Humphrey's putting in more fruit trees this year. Yet you don't have the energy to keep up with much more. Last year, I had trouble keeping up with what I had, but this time I've got families in 2 houses doing a lot of the picking and processing and all of that. So that's really going to help on my side. And after last year, I have learned my lesson. I am not doubling down and doing 2 shows at once. I am not overcommitting myself. I learned my lesson last year. I was so burnt out with doing 2 musicals at once, a full-time job, a part-time job, YouTube, and moving all at the same time. And it really, really was just too much. So I am going to I've learned to say no. We'll put it that way. All right, let me write down my loot shower peppers. Of course, my pen doesn't want to work again. There we go. Loot shower peppers are right there. Yeah, so I'm excited that now I've figured out how the beds are going to work. I've figured out roughly what's going in them. If I have to, I haven't actually mapped everything out, but I really wanted to get these peppers started, get the onions started. yeah, so I haven't exactly figured out where everything's going or how many plants I'm going to get in each space, but I can get the peppers started. And if I have too many, well, I'm sure I can find people on my local Facebook gardening group to take some of these seedlings because that's typically how it works around. That is all my peppers. So I've got my bell peppers, um, jalapenos, purple beauties, loot shower, and those can go over there. I do have a few other peppers that I'm going to plant, but I want to do shishito peppers, but my friend currently has the seeds right now, so she's going to give them to me later on. Let's see. I am actually running out of space in my makeshift seed trays, so I may have to do some more shopping tomorrow. Um, Yeah, I'm gonna have to go out and get actual seed trays tomorrow because what I can fit in two of these things right now is going to fit in just one 10 by, 10-20 tray or whatever they're called. So I'm gonna start my celery. Has anybody here grown celery? Because this is my first time. So I'm just thinking, all right, what I have here is Utah tall celery. Ta-da! You have to read that? Is that like the right way? All right. Hmm. I unfortunately do not have opinions on apricot trees. I've never grown them, so I really don't know. Um, let's see. So Utah tall celery is a massive. Oh, great! I've chosen the big one. Capable of growing a bundle nearly a foot in diameter. Wow. The photo is one that we grew last year, and it weighed almost 5.5 pounds. Good in soup, stews, fresh eating. Cold tolerant, heat tolerant, very easy to grow. All right, well, Luke, I'm going to take your word for it. Let's see. Celery will be ready to harvest as soon as the stalks are big enough to use. 6 inches or longer. You can cut each stalk off at the soil line as needed or harvest. Yeah. I'll be doing like a cut and come again with these. Like I'll be cutting them and letting them grow back. Let's see. 100 days till harvest. 10 to 12 weeks before. All right. So MI Gardener's a little famous for having misprints on their seed packets. This says to start 10 to 12 weeks before your first frost. And so that's, maybe if you're growing down south, like in Florida, yeah, that would make sense where this would grow through the winter because it's fairly cold tolerant. And I mean, cold for Florida. But here I'm going to assume that means 10 to 12 weeks before your last frost. Okay, celery seeds are tiny. Oh my goodness, these are the itty bittiest things I have ever seen. And I mean, like even compared to lavender seeds, these are tiny. Okay, well, I'm going to try to only put a couple of these in each. And you know what? I don't even think I'm going to cover these with soil very much at all. So I need to fill these just a little bit more. I find with tiny seeds like this that covering them actually makes it harder for them to germinate. So I've got super fine soil here, which I know people get down on Jiffy seed starting mix, but it's light, it's fluffy, it's very, very fine. So I find it works really well for tiny seeds. I've been told that celery is hard to grow. So from seed, it is fairly easy to to grow from like an old celery that you've chopped the top off. So I don't know how well these are going to germinate. And these seeds are teeny tiny. So I'm just going to kind of sprinkle a few in each one of these cells. Yikes. I think I'm going to at least, I'm going to dust them the tiniest bit. But I'm not like covering them. I'll grow some of these here. I'll grow some of them in the family garden. I like that I have names for the gardens now. The canning garden, the family garden. I almost feel a little like, a Sowards with the cottage garden, So, yeah. So, I mean, you guys know my love of roots and refuge, so it's not surprising. I'm like, ooh, look it. Okay. Now the question becomes, where am I going to put more seeds? You know what? I got paper plates. Hold on. All right. So these are waxed kind of paper plates. So they'll do for tonight until I can get out tomorrow morning and pick up some trays. But I can wait on the kale. I can wait on these potatoes. Yes, I'm doing potatoes from seed. These are Clancy potatoes. I'm going to try those from seed. That's going to be fun. The broccoli can wait till tomorrow, but I am very behind. Well, the broccoli I'm behind on too, but I am very behind on getting the onions started. These have to get in there today. So, oh, you know what? I didn't label the celery. That's not good. I want to remember Baker Creek has the pink celery. I would like that, but I'm not doing another seed order. I did another MI Gardener order this morning because I didn't have my Rosa Bianca eggplant, which I love. It's my favorite eggplant, and I couldn't find my seed packet. I figured, oh, I must have used them all last year. So they weren't with any of my seeds anywhere. Well, lo and behold, I'm looking for my seed trays today, and what's there? Just folded up and stuffed in the side, like in between a couple of things, my Rosa Bianca eggplant. I found that after I'd gone to MI Gardener because I couldn't find, I tried so hard to find them in a local store. I went to Walmart. I went to a couple of local garden centers. I went to the dollar store. I went to Lowe's. I went to Home Depot, and none of them had my Rosa Bianca eggplant. So I finally broke down and said, fine, I will go online. I will do another MI Gardener order. And you want to get the free shipping. So I had to order some other seeds. Yeah, so let's see. Celery. Am I writing on the right side of this? Yes. This pen hates me. It does not like this paper at all. Well then, it doesn't like that one. I need new pens. Goodness. Ugh, this is terrible. Why pay for shipping when you get more seeds? Yes. Thank you. All right. Celery has been labeled. All right. So purple bell peppers, jalapenos. Purple Beauty, jalapeno, bell pepper, loot shower, my celery. There you go. Okay. Put that down there. We'll get these all on the racks afterwards. And I'm going to do some onions. Yay! Okay, these don't quite fit on the paper, but oh well. I'm a seed addict. You're all enablers. But really, Rochelle, I don't know if you were here before or here when I said this. Now that I have exhausted all of that, I've gone to, all the local stores looking for the things that I need. And I've got all these seeds, and I've done, my last thing. The last thing I needed was those Rosa eggplants. So I got those. And now I don't need anything else for this year. I swear. Like, I sat there and I'm like, is there anything else that I could possibly want to grow? The one exception, well, there are exceptions to that, is that for Shed Wars, you need to grow a vegetable in a container. And everything that I have, I prefer to grow in ground. However, I plan to start my homestead hopefully in 2 years. I'm looking at moving in. And one of those things that I really want to waste no time on is getting perennial beds of vegetables set up. So we're talking asparagus. It makes no sense for me to try to plant asparagus in a bed here because tree collards later. We'll get to tree collards when I have my own property. Yeah. So I really want to get asparagus going. So I'm going to get a very large container. How can he be next door? Wait, what? How can he be next door? What does that mean? I don't know. Oh, wait, am I missing a back after being sidetracked by my chickens, goats, and the homeless guy next door? Oh, okay. Oh, I get it. Yeah, if he's next door, if he lives next door, how is he homeless? May not live next door. He just may be next door. Yes. So I want to get some asparagus started in a very large pot. I actually think I'm going to get like a horse's watering trough, like watering bucket. You know, the heavy plastic kinds with the rope handles. So, yeah, because that makes it really easy to carry. So I'll start the, oh, that's what I planted there. I didn't label the aloha peppers. I'm like, what did I plant there that I did not label? Ha 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 ha. Aloha peppers. Okay, the peppers from the grocery store. Oh, ooh, yikes. Yeah, that's creepy. I would avoid that. Okay, I'm going to have to separate these into two because one 6-cell tray just doesn't fit right on this piece of paper. Luckily, they pop apart pretty easily. There we go. All right. So here we go. These are my onions. And these are onions for gardening with Heather Lynn. That'll make that pretty easy. My dad will tell me I don't really need more onions because we're still eating the onions from last year. So, these onions are delicious. Let's see, I think I need more soil in here. Do. Yeah, and I'll just drop these off when it's time to put them in the ground. Alrighty. All right, how's that other tray? That's good. Oh, tree collards just sounds so cool. Yeah. So I say I've got all the seeds and plants that I need, but caveat, I've got my green stalk coming, and that's going to require a lot of strawberries. And so I've got to get some bare root strawberries. I also need seed potatoes. I mean, I am going to try these Clancy potatoes that are grown from true seed, but that's more of like an experiment just for fun. So, all right, let's get these onions. I'm going to plant all the onions. Oops, need a little more soil right in there. There. There we go. Anyway. Okay, now they're set. So yeah, I need plenty of strawberry plants for the green stalk. I actually got perfect timing, something in the mail from Gurney's today offering like 35 bare root strawberry plants for like $10 or something like that. I'm like, it's a pretty decent deal. So I'm going to go with that to start. And then we'll see what else I need for the green stalk. I can't remember what kind of strawberries they were. That's the problem. But I've got the thing down in the other room, so I'll have to go look at it later. We're going to get these onions planted. Great thing about onions, you can sew them so thick, and then popping them apart later is like the easiest thing in the world. Yeah, let's see, tree collards. Perennial and get up to 6 feet tall with good support. Oh, collards with bacon. Oh, so good. So good. Being a northern girl, you don't see collards served around here. And not a lot of people buy them from the grocery store, so we don't get a lot of them up here. But there was a restaurant near me, and I mean, the guy was from Seattle of all random places, but it was a Caribbean joint, but he was a white guy from Seattle. But let me tell you, he made collards with bacon that would make you cry. Delicious. So that's kind of what made me want to try okra too, is like, okay, there is clearly some southern food here that I am missing out on. All right, so we're going to sprinkle the last of these onions. All right. That may be the end of my planting for the night, because I don't think that I can get any more space until, I'm going to cover these onions. I don't have any more space to put these trays that it's not going to leak water everywhere. So I'm just going to pat these down. And then I think I'll just take open up my panel for a bit and we can chat. I mean, why not? Unless somebody else has got a live going on that we can all jump in and do a love raid. I think, I don't know, is Daz going live tonight, or is that a bi-weekly thing? I can't remember if he said it was bi-weekly, in which case Daz is not live tonight. And I can't think of who else goes live because my brain just, weekends, I kind of peace out on the lives unless I see it popping up. But, all right. My peppers, my onions. Let's see. Let me just label those before I forget. Onions for me. Onions for Heather. Hey friends, if you are not subscribed to Garden to Table with Heather Lynn, let's see if we can get her to 50 subscribers. Ooh. So definitely go check her out. All right, I'll water these in after I finish talking to you guys. So, all right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, hold on, I'm going to move you around a little bit here. Slide this up there. Is there room to do that? I don't know. Oh, we're making a mess. We're making a mess. We're making a mess. That's okay. Gardening can be messy. All right. Bring that down. Heather Lynn is at 46. Garden to Table with Heather Lynn. Let's see if we can get Heather up to, see. Yeah, so Garden to Table with Heather Lynn. If Rochelle can, if you can put a link to Heather's channel, that would be awesome. Hey, we got 17 people in here. I haven't been looking at how many people we've got in here. So that's pretty great. Yay, that's really going to help with, it's really going to help with those hours there. Let me see. All right. Who else has started seeds already? Because I'm feeling like I'm behind somehow. I mean, granted, a lot of you are further south and all of that. So, I mean, I can't feel that bad. Ooh, smoked turkey. That sounds good. You guys are making me hungry. Yeah, this is a pretty great live stream. I mean, for the fact that I didn't advertise it and I just said, why is my chair all weird? Okay. So yeah, I mean, this has been a pretty good stream so far. Hey LP, how you doing? How you doing? Oh, guys, I have so much content coming. I am so excited. I've been very productive today. I got my Shed Wars video shot. I've done this live stream. I shot a mail call because I received something super cool in my live. I mean, yeah, super cool in the mail that I ordered, and I'm very, very, very excited to show you. Yeah, there are lots of lurkers. People say hi. Yeah, see, I can't direct sew anything for at least another 5 weeks, and the only thing I'm going to be able to direct sew at that point is peas. And then within a few weeks of that, I can direct sew lettuces, spinach, kale. Although I think I didn't have so much luck direct sewing spinach last year. The kale did okay, but I'd like to get that started sooner. So I'm going to do the spinach and kale inside, and then I will transfer them out. So I think that's really going to help a lot. I mean, honestly, I've still got to build all the beds. Thankfully, it's not so hard to, oh, LP, that's what I just did. I just sowed all my peppers and my onions. I mean, I still have to water them in, but I'll do that after I finish talking to you guys. Rochelle, I have a hot mess of a video because puppy was a terror yesterday. I heard. Yeah, so I have to still build all of these beds. I have no growing space prepared at the moment. So I've got to, let's see. Yeah, I shot a seed haul today. I shot my Shed Wars video today. I shot a mail call today, and that was unexpected. The other thing that I need to do, and that's going to be after this live stream, is I'm doing my very first tomato brackets video. So I'm going to need you guys to get on that as soon as it comes out so that you can vote and tell me which of these tomatoes I'm going to plant. I'm going to start out with the cherry tomatoes. And I only have 12 of those, so that's going to be a weird, like, off-center bracket. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it down to the final 4, and then I'm going to do a wild card round to figure out the other one. So, because technically you need 16, but that's okay. Yeah, so I'm going to do a video. I'm going to do a quick talk about each of the tomatoes, leave it up for you guys to vote, and then we'll do another video with the winners, vote those down, and then we'll go on to the paste tomatoes, and then it's time for the big boys, and that's all of the slicing tomatoes, and that's going to be the really fun one and the really, like, hard to pick ones. The one thing I've got to settle tonight, pardon me, or at least in the next week, is how many tomato plants I can grow. Because now that I have more space than I thought I did, I might be able to sneak in a few extra slicers. I'm gonna grow a bunch of paste tomatoes. What is that creaking in my house? I don't know if anybody else hears that. It's like I don't know. Yeah, so I think the big slicer varieties, I'm probably up to about 40. So there's going to be a lot to decide. We're probably going to do 3 or 4 cherry tomatoes, and that's going to be in the family garden for the little kids to go and pick on as much as they want. And then I'll grow the slicers here, so that's going to be fine. And then the paste tomatoes will go in the canning garden for my friend Kristen to turn into delicious sauces and salsas. Maybe even ketchup. Ketchup might be a thing. Pure pondering. Kept myself out of Home Depot most of the winter. Had to go there a couple weeks ago and wound up with a lot of seeds. Yeah. Well, that's how I ended up with all those seeds that you saw at the beginning of this video. I'm going to run back and chat just a little bit because I think I saw somebody else pop in. Let's see. Who did I see there? Bluegrass Bound, I did not say hi to you. Hello, and how are you? David Gray, I think you want me to send you 4 more cherry seed varieties. I think I'm good. I think I'm good because I'm only going to grow 3 or 4, so it'll work out. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Miss Ellen, hello. Stopping by to show some love. I'm watching on TV, and oh, thank you so much. Hello, friend. Let's see, what's that channel? I need glasses. MFHNT55. Hello. Started onions a few weeks ago here in Rhode Island. Yeah, I'm a little behind. I really should have started these in mid-January. I just didn't have my seeds starting set up all there. So my celery and my onions are a little behind where I'd like them to be, but they'll be all right. First real garden was mostly tomatoes of all kinds. Yes. My gardening adventures started when my dad and my mom always gardened when I was a kid. We always had a pretty big, like, I think it's like 15 by 15 garden in the yard that grew a ton of food. So I definitely learned a lot growing up, but you're a kid and you're made to work in the garden and it's boring. It's yard work. But then my first gardening foray was a total failure. I had we lived in an apartment in Connecticut, and the apartment building had a community garden plot where you would get a 10 by 10 block where you could grow pretty much whatever you want. And I had no idea what I was doing, so we just went and threw seeds in the soil, and I think I got one very mushy tomato, and everything was taken over by weeds, and I had no idea what I was doing. So many years later, I finally had an apartment where I had a very, very sunny front porch, and I went, oh, hey, I could grow a tomato in a pot here. And that was the beginning of the end. By the end of that summer, on my little porch, I grew 6 different kinds of tomatoes. Um, let's see, peas, peppers, carrots, spinach, romaine lettuce, bush beans, strawberries, blueberries, carrots, basil, eggplant. That's the first time I'd really had eggplant, and it was so good. It became a must grow every year. Swiss chard. I swear there was more. I don't know. I've got pictures, and one of these days I will go through and I'll put a whole bunch of those pictures into a video, do some fun voiceover, and say this is how it started with my epic porch garden. And then when I moved into my most recent apartment, where I was only there for one gardening season, I built a, 250 square foot of space garden, and then had to take it all the way back down to the ground by the end of the season because they sold the building, so I had to move because the new owners wanted to live in my unit. So that's why I'm here where I am now. You keep finding tomato seeds in your stash, but you can only grow 12 indeterminate. Yeah. I have not heard of Lozano tomatoes, but now I may have to go find them. Damn you. No, just kidding. Let's see. Juliet tomatoes I grew last year. They are a hybrid though, so I'm trying to focus as much as I can on heirloom tomatoes because I want to build up kind of a stock of seeds. But as I have more space and I can experiment a little more, I want to try some of those hybrids. I did get the M.I. Gardner giant crimson tomatoes, as most of you know. And then there's this other kind of tomato. I call it the Voldemort tomato when I talk about it, but it's actually a variety of tomato created on a local farm in conjunction with the University of New Hampshire. And so I don't like to say the name of the actual cultivar because I don't want, like, okay, the hysteria over the giant crimson was, nuts. And I don't want somebody to come down and buy this tomato from this little farm stand because it's the only place at least as far as the owner of the farm stand knows, it's the only place in the world you're going to find this particular cultivar. It's a like 6 to 8 ounce slicing tomato, and it's very disease resistant. It is very pest resistant. I had no problems with blight. I had no problems with pests when I grew it this summer, and it was very productive. So it was super, super cool to have it. I'm going to buy it again from him this year. And I don't want somebody to go there and buy one of his plants and then start selling the seed and be like, look, oh, new tomato. But what I am going to do, because I don't feel and I don't feel it would be ethical of me either to do that and spread the seed around, because if they wanted to do that, they would have done that. So that's their tomato. It's awesome. It's delicious. But I think what I ethically feel I can do is use it to cross out with other things and create some interesting hybrids. So I'd like to cross it with some things that have color, like I've got the solar flare, I've got the pink jazz, I've got the Berkeley green and pink tie-dye, I've got the black beauties and the Paul Robeson. I don't have the Paul Robeson. I bought it from M.I. Gardner, and I'm missing the bag that that particular seed haul came in. And it's got a few varieties of tomatoes in there that I want for this year, but I think it's in my storage bin, so I'm going to have to go find it. So I'd like to cross it out with a few different things and see if I turn up something funky. That's kind of my favorite thing. But Rochelle wants all the dwarf tomatoes. Let's see. Okra, onions, and kohlrabi. Seeds, 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 and more seeds. Yes, that's the other thing. So I've got to get seed potatoes. I've got to get asparagus crowns. I've got to get strawberry plants. And also, Old Ways Gardening and Prepping has promised to send me loofah seeds. Other than that, like, I am not buying any more seeds aside from getting the asparagus crowns, the strawberries, and the potatoes. That's it. I'm done. I'm done. Rochelle, hold me to it. If I do it, you get to call me out on YouTube. Um, let's see. You should have a bunch of tomatoes coming up as volunteers. Um, so the people that bought the building that I lived in last year, their whole lawn, because I wasn't paying attention because I was in 2 shows and I was getting ready to move. Radishes went to seed. Carrots went to seed. I'm pretty sure an eggplant dropped, and yeah, there's going to be food all over their lawn. Sorry. Let's see. Yeah, I got the most delicious start at Marini Farm. So garden to table with Heatherland, because they live in a basement apartment, so they can't start seeds. So they get all theirs as starts, usually from Marini Farm. And I got the best tasting tomato of my year last year from Marini Farm. I was out looking for other heirloom tomatoes that I hadn't tried, and they had gold medal starts. So I grabbed a gold medal, and let me tell you, it was delicious. It had just this amazing flavor. So I grew that. I got seeds for it this year. So I'm hoping it makes the cut through the brackets. But honestly, I'm hoping everything makes the cut through the brackets and I can just grow everything. Yes, okra, you have to pick it like every day. You can pick it in the morning and then come back and see it at night, and you need to pick more. um, I have a million okra seeds, way more okra than I could ever grow. I could grow a whole forest of it at this point. And one thing that I saw on like Pinterest, or it's probably Facebook or something, is somebody actually took some dried okra, like super like overgrown ones, and they spray painted them and made them into Christmas ornaments and hung them on their tree. They look like icicles if you spray them um, with like silvery spray paint. So I may do that with some of my overgrown okra if I miss any. Hey, Apple Tree Urban Homestead. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, another hot day. I hope you get some rain and things cool down a little bit. So far, those are my 6-year-old's favorites. Let's see. Just donated to Vet to auction off. That's cool. Your parents' garden back when you were too young to care. Me too. But clearly some information sunk in, because MI Gardener's like high intensity lettuce planting is just how my parents always planted lettuce. And El Rey. Yes, that is the place where my neighbor complained about my porch garden. It was, oh my goodness. I could show screenshots, but she found my Facebook and she found those, and she was very not happy that she was put on blast. So I'm not going to talk about her, but yeah, porch wars was a thing. Um, yeah, because I had plants everywhere, and I had one storage tub full of potatoes, and she said it made the porch look trashy. So yeah. I grew all of that on the porch. It was insane. One of these days I will get around to doing that video. It's going to take some time. So, let's see. Mama's saying this was no work, no eat. Yes. Let's see. Ooh, wild amaranth. So part of Shed Wars, this is foraging weight. I am going foraging with my cousin up in Vermont. We are going to find tomatoes. We're going to find tons of mushrooms and fiddleheads and all sorts of herbs and things like that. But one thing that I found near me, and I'm not going to say where it is, I found, because, locals here, and I don't want anybody to tip anybody off, I found a massive, massive patch of wild blueberries. And like, okay, the blueberries you get in the store, the blueberries you grow in your garden, yeah, they're fine, they're delicious, but like wild blueberries are some of the tastiest things ever, and I need to have them. So I'm going to be doing some foraging this year and getting myself some extra weight from there. Let's see. I'm wondering if we'll have some funky hybrids. Yeah, the 4 varieties were all in one bed. So tomatoes usually, like half the time, they're already pollinated before they even open up. So when you're intentionally crossing tomatoes, you've got to get those, you've got to get at least the male part of the flower. You've got to get that and open it up, and you've almost got to open the other flower and pollinate it with the male portion of the other bloom, because they're almost pollinated before they even open up. Just tomatoes are just kind of like that. They're, when the wind shakes the branches, it just does it. So you've got to, if you're going to cross them intentionally, you've got to get it like super, super early. So there's not a whole ton of crossing that happens, even with tomatoes next to each other. But then again, if you're really sure that you really want to have that, that exact plant, you just got to bag the blossoms and everything's good. Let's see. That's so cool, trying to teach her what you can with wildcraft. Like, my dad and my mom and I, we all have a special passion for the TV show Alone. It's a competition where they drop people like a few miles, like 7 to 10 miles from each other in the middle of the wilderness, and all you have is a backpack and 10 things. And you've got to go build your shelter. You've got to go find food. The person who survives out there in the wild the longest by themselves wins. And I think it's the coolest thing. And I'd love to take, I'm hoping this year to do some of these things, take some primitive skills courses, because I just find that so interesting and fun. Famous last words, no more seeds. Nope, I found my Rosa Bianca eggplants. I've got everything I need. I even asked my mother. I said, Mom, is there anything you want in the garden that like specifically? And she goes, just in case, like I can go out and get it and make sure it's in the garden. And she goes, what do you think I could want in that garden that you don't already have? Because you have everything. And I'm like, yeah, I have everything. So, I give Rochelle full permission to make a rant video, put me on blast on a video on YouTube if I buy more seeds. I'm putting that right out here. There are 18 of you in this chat. You all saw it. You all heard it. I give her full permission. And if I go out and buy more seeds, I'll deserve it. Now, one caveat to that, you missed the beginning of this live, so you didn't see the seeds that I have already bought before I said this, and that there is an MI Gardener order that is on the way. So aside from the seed haul I'm posting later this week, it's already shot, it's already filmed, so I can't go out and buy more and add to it. It's already shot. And the MI Gardener seed haul that's coming, other than that, no more seeds. That's it. Let's see. The bunnies will be thrilled. Yes. Oh, and you also go to Wolf Hill Garden Center. That's awesome. Let's see. Corn seeds. I wish I could grow corn. I have seeds for, I don't know, just some generic sweet corn. But I don't have the space. Maybe once I figure all this out and I figure out exactly how many plants I've got going where, maybe I can add like one small block of corn here, but there's not much point. And I think if I did, I would have to buy more seeds. I would want to do, instead of like the sweet corn, I would want to do like a glass gem or like the blue popcorn or Bloody Butcher. Um, yeah. So, but I I have corn if I really want to. Um, let's see. Hey, Pafford Homestead is here. Hello, how are you? Go to Oregon and forage some wild blackberries. Oh, one thing I forgot about until I came back here, my parents have raspberries. Not a lot of them, but there are some raspberries, and I know some patches around here of wild raspberries. So I love those, and I will definitely be getting some of those for forages. Excuses, excuses. Peppercorn vine? I don't. No. I'm not, I mean, maybe someday I'll try and grow that, but that's not something I've got on my list. Um, yeah. So no more buying seeds. I'm done. Done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Oh, Heather, Garden to Table with Heather Lynn. 2 more subscribers, and she'll have to do another thank you video, which means so 2 more subscribers for her to have 50. So that's pretty awesome. Save the seeds from the things that you grow. Yes, I definitely am planning to save seeds. That's why I focused so much on heirloom varieties, open pollinated varieties as far as the tomatoes go, because I do plan to save the seeds from those. The pink brandywine I'm growing, that is from um, that's from pink wines that I grew, and so it was somebody gave me. They had bought some pink brandywine starts for their yard, and they had a few extra, so they gave them to me, and I saved the seeds from those. And let me tell you, I grew one last year that was 1.5 pounds, and it was the most delicious thing. It made the best BLT. Um, Wild dewberries and wild blackberries, yum. I've never actually had dewberry. I didn't know what that was until recently, so that is on my list of things that I would like to eat someday. Let's see. My current favorite slicing tomato to grow. Last year, I went to Marini Farm in Ipswich, Massachusetts, looking for more heirloom tomatoes, and I found a one called Gold Medal. And I grew that in my garden, and it was definitely one of the most flavorful, delicious tomatoes I have ever grown. So good. So I got seeds for that this year, and I'm hoping it makes the cut through the tomato brackets that you all get to vote on. So because it's just going to be delicious. But I have so many tomatoes that I'm growing this year. I mean, honestly, I haven't tried a whole lot of them. I think I grew, I don't know, 25 or so slicing tomatoes last year. I'd have to count them up. Um, Valencia was all right. That was weird. It was like its consistency was almost more like the interior of a peach than it was a tomato. So that was interesting. Cherokee Purple was very, very good. The pink brandywines. Um, let's see. Great White was tasty. Black Beauty was also very good. Like yeah, the Voldemort tomato, the one that I won't say the name of, that was also delicious. So, but I think the standout of last year was the Gold Medal. Definitely going to have to try them out. Oh, hey, Garden to Table with Heather Lynn just needs 1 more to get to 50. Yahoo! Um, oh no, the raccoons. Oh no, that's right. Yeah, I'm really gonna have to deal with raccoons here because I know my parents have had a lot of those in the yard over the years. Yeah. BLTs are some of my favorite things. I am on a massive BLT kick right now. I want one right now. uh, Corn did not do well for you. Oh, it needs so much water. It needs so much water. Probably need to really amend your bed for a while with like compost or something like that. trying all new tomatoes except for black cherry and tiny Tim dwarf. Um, I am growing black cherry this year, and well, if it makes it through the brackets, but I think it will anyway. I'm growing black cherry most likely, and that'll be a first for me. I have not done Tiny Tim, but I also have seeds for Brad's Atomic Dwarf. I mean, Brad's Atomic Grape, so that I'm hoping to be delicious. Oh, we are overrun with coyotes here. It honestly drives me crazy. All the community pages, like people are so freaked out. We have a ton of coyotes. They're everywhere. But people like, oh my God, I just saw a coyote. It went down my street and into the woods. Everybody watch your pets, watch your children, watch your elderly grandmother. They're here. Just expect them to be here. Yeah, I don't know. I just like, ugh. They're everywhere. We have a massive rodent problem in our city, in all the surrounding cities, especially after the pandemic, because the rodent population was eating off the dumpsters from all the restaurants that we have downtown in my city and Beverly and Peabody and Salem and Danvers, like all these towns around here. Um, and the coyotes were eating the rats. Well, we'll get to that. So yeah, so rats typically would be like around the dumpsters of all the local restaurants, and then the pandemic hit, everything shut down, and the rats lost their food source. So what do you think they did? They started going into all the local backyards, into people's gardens, into people's basements, into people's houses, like looking for food. And I don't know if you saw any of the videos of like the French Quarter in New Orleans, like Bourbon Street. There were rats everywhere, and they were aggressive because they were starving. So the thing is, people want to get rid of all of these coyotes, but the coyotes are eating those rats. So I mean, yeah. So just leave the coyotes alone. Watch your pets. Take precautions with your livestock. Just the normal things that you would do, and just let them live, because 99% of the time they're not bothering you. Let's see. My son went out to the car one morning and got trapped in the car by a fox. I got chased by a tom turkey once, a wild tom turkey, and he meant business. He missed me by this much. I ran, I turned, I ran, and I just got that door closed as his head was like, um, yeah. See, growing black cherry for the first time. Patty's pan squash. I never I got some of those once from a friend um from her CSA share. She's like, hey, I have extra of these, take them, and I didn't know how to cook them, so I was like, I don't know what to do with these. Um, but now I know how to cook them, and they're delicious, and I would grow them. I just don't have the space because I really want to dedicate that space right now to that angel hair spaghetti squash, because I am growing more of those. Hey, Black's Tropical Homestead. Hello, hello, hello. Coyote, Pac-Man, I'm out. Um, Raccoons, squirrels, skunks, bunnies, chipmunks. Yeah, we get all of those. We get possum or opossum. I can never remember. Is opossum the Australian one, or is that possum? I think we have opossum, they have possum, and they're two similar but different things, and the Australian one is so much cuter. And if you don't believe me, look it up. Let's see. I wouldn't mind. Okay, yeah. Just you gotta just letting them free range is meh. Livestock guardians are helpful. Yeah, coyote warnings on the Nextdoor app. It like overruns the whole thing. There's like 7 or 8 coyote warning posts per day in multiple, and I'm a real estate agent, so I have to be a part of all these community groups in case somebody asks, hey, can somebody hook me up with a realtor? And then so um New Orleans got cats, not rats, like New York is huge, but no. Okay, so I live near Lynn, Massachusetts, and we have what we call the Lynn Wharf rat, and they're the size of a chihuahua. You don't want to see one of them coming at you. Everything, that is right, Ragnarok Pepper, everything has a place in the circle. If you take those coyotes out, like people want us to, is we should get rid of the coyotes. Well, then you're going to be overrun by rabbits, which we already kind of are. You're going to be overrun by rodents. Like there are going to be rats everywhere because there are really, I mean, you've got some foxes, you've got the odd Fisher cat. Um, we've even seen some bobcat and lynx around here, but they're lynx especially is very rare, but they are here. Bobcats slightly less so, but they're here. But there's not, I mean, the coyotes are the major predator of the rats. We need them here. So people can stop complaining. Um, yeah, I would much rather have coyotes than rats. Let's see. Just got home from plant shopping. Ooh, what did you get? Oh, Cherie, oh, I don't want to spoil this, but you know what? Forget it. I'm going to spoil it anyway. My shampoo ginger arrived today. I got to get it planted up tomorrow. Right now I've kept it in its wrapping so it stays. Um, yeah, but I'm so excited. My shampoo ginger rhizomes are here. I'm gonna get them planted up. I'm very excited. Yes, ours is the opossum. Oh, but the O is silent. Okay, good to know. So it's all just possum, but yeah. Gizmo used to try to would try to chase the fox, of course. I'm down to the bottom of the chat now. I am. My attitude with coyotes is the same as it is with bugs. You stay in your area and leave me alone. We're good. Yep. Oh yeah. This has definitely been a better live than I thought it was going to be. I'd, maybe have um, like five or six people popping in to watch me start seeds, but like I got 20 people in here right now. That's pretty cool. Um, just don't start fake cheesy conversations with prices so high everyone is thinking of selling. Okay, so here's the problem that we're experiencing right now in the real estate market. My area is so overrun with buyers that at this point the sellers are not selling because they have no house to buy, which is causing a big constriction of houses available to buy for everybody, and it's insane. In 7 surrounding cities, so my city and the 7 surrounding, there were 0 homes on the market, 0 single family homes, and we're talking Beverly is a city of 50,000 people. There were 0 single family homes available on the market. And just buyers lining up like, take my money, we'll give you 100,000 over asking. So the fact that I was able to get my brother his condo is actually pretty impressive. So people should hire me. Although I did have to yell at one realtor the other day that they were trying to start a panic with a bit of BS information. They said that they were basically trying to get people to panic sell their house. Now, if you want to sell your house, if this is the time for you to make a move, this is the time to sell your house, I'm telling you. Because, like I said, we have nothing on the market. So everybody's trying to buy, nobody is trying to sell. You can make top dollar. That's a valid statement. This person, however, was saying, I guarantee by the end of 2022, we're going to see a 50% drop in the real estate market. So if you are thinking you might sell, you need to sell now. Call me. And every other realtor in the area that saw that just sat back and went, you're trying to dupe some, gullible person or person who doesn't have a finger on the market to sell their house in a panic. And that's no. We may see a price drop just for everybody. If anybody out there is keeping thinking about real estate, I'll throw a little bit of that into my homestead, seed starting chat every once in a while. This is a great market to sell in. Interest rates are starting to go up, so buyers are feeling a lot of pressure to make big offers and secure their houses now. So if you are thinking about selling, it's a great time. Don't sell because you're freaked out that the market is going to crash and go kaboom. Because so long as you're fine in your finances and you don't have to worry that you're going to lose your house, you're fine. Because in a few years, the market's just going to go back up again. So, yeah. Simply, Jan, hello. And that's exactly what it is. Well, then they'd have to find another house to buy, and that's not easy. It's extremely not easy right now. That's why a lot of people aren't selling, because there's nothing to buy. And rent in the area where I am, the reason I moved back to live with my parents and pay $500 a month to them to help out and as a thank you for letting me bunk in, is that if I didn't do that, I'd be paying about $1,800 a month for maybe a 2-bedroom, but probably one. $1,800 a month plus utilities, no yard, probably would have had to get rid of my dog. So yeah, the market's insane. Yeah, so let me go back up and just see all of this because I got to catch up on chat. Oh, see, Black Chocolate. Ma'am, where is your Shed Wars 2022 entry video? It is in editing. I shot all of it today. It is ready to go. I'm getting it edited. I had a super productive day YouTube-wise today. I shot not one, not two, but 3 videos. I've done a nearly 2-hour live stream, and after this, I'm going to go shoot my first tomato brackets video so that you guys can get voting. So all of that will be out this week. So I've got a seed haul, I've got a mail call, I've got a Shed Wars video, and I've got tomato brackets. And Wednesday night, I've got the Suburban Gardenista as my guest, which, by the way, everybody, I don't have any guests scheduled after this week. So if anybody wants to be a guest on my Wednesday night live at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, not this week, but next week and going forward, go ahead and let me know, and we will get you on the schedule. It's been a good time. Heather Lynn, I know I've got you on the list, but I want to wait until you've got your first 100 subscribers so that you've got your own, your custom URL and all of that so that I can, it's going to make like getting you some visibility easier. So I'm going to get you in, but I want to have you have really have your channel going. Am I coming to see you? We'll meet you halfway in Virginia. I am thinking about it. I actually looked up a flight, and it would not be expensive. So I'm thinking about it. I might have to, because it would be fun. I haven't traveled anywhere in how long because of COVID. So I'm very seriously thinking about it. The one thing that would keep me from it is my daughter entered a competition, a singing competition. It's and they are announcing on the 20th the finalists for the actual competition performance. It's a singing competition, and this girl got mama's pipes, so she can sing. And it's $1,000 grand prize, which would be a lot of great money for her for college. So, because she was accepted to SBA in New York City, so she needs some cash. So the show, the actual competition is on the 26th. So if she is in that, I will not be coming. I will be going to see her in the competition. And if she is not, then I think I can swing a flight and go meet up in Virginia. Uh, Buyers from the state next door to us need to stop driving up the prices. Folks here can't find affordable rent anymore. Yeah, Pure Pondering, I forget where you are. From that, I might guess you're in Texas and people are coming over from California. My guess. Um, I know people are leaving California. Trying to get to sell his house and downsize, and he won't. Yeah, my parents, honestly, even though, like, I'd actually like to see them sell this house now. Even though, like, I'm living here, it would displace me, but they would make so much more money now. They're thinking to sell in 2 to 3 years, maybe 4 years, but they might not sell at all, and because they don't love change. Um, but my mom also wants chickens and goats, and my dad wants no people. So, um, yeah, yeah, you won't be moving anytime soon. Can't afford anything to buy. I mean, this is why I'm saving up cash, and I'm going to try to buy my place without a mortgage. Like, I just want to have, I don't know. I just need my little place. I need my little 2 acres, and I will be a happy person. A lot of building going on where you are because they've already bought up all the houses. Okay. Um, I'm jealous of that rent, honestly. Um, there is a lot of building going on here, but what's going on here is instead of building single family houses, they're building a million condos. Because there's so many people trying to buy, they need units, and yeah. Rents are up to $1,200 a month for a 2 to 3 bedroom. Where I am, I would be lucky to get a 2 bedroom for 1,800, maybe. 2 bedrooms here are usually, closer to about like 2,000, 2,400 for 3. It's insane. Um, yeah, 1,200 is super cheap where we are. But then again, what's the cost of living difference? I don't know. Um, yeah. Uh, yeah, 3 bedroom townhouse, easily 2 to 3,000 a month here too. Um, do, do, do. Hey, I mean, I can get you guys in, 16. Don't make me do math right now. Not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday, I'll get you guys in there. Yeah. Let's see. You made sausages and dehydrating some pineapples. Ooh, that sounds yummy. Let's see. Oh, Heather Lynn's been attending Mr. Boots Watch and Grow on Sundays. Nice. Very nice. Let's see. Brampton Gardner has potted up her pansies and started petunias. I need to get on flowers. I do. Are those winter sown, or are those are the petunias? Are you winter sowing those, or let's see. Yeah, I can't miss my daughter performing because, like, this girl, my baby. Like I said, she got mama's pipes, and although um somebody said to her in one of our first rehearsals when we were doing Firebringer, and they first heard her sing, they're like, this other woman that I had already been in the cast with for a little bit, because I pulled my daughter in to replace someone who got COVID. So just pulled her into the show and said, oh, well, she can fill in. And so one of my fellow actors came up and said, wow, oh God, Raimi, you're so great. Like, your voice is amazing. And without missing a beat, my daughter says, well, I mean, have you heard my mother? Where do you think I got it from? And I had to stop, like, oh, yeah, oh, a compliment. That was so nice. And then I like, wait a minute. And I said to her, I turned and said to her, wait, stop. Thank her for that compliment and then own it. Because, okay, genetics play some part. There's definitely like a musical aptitude that goes to the family, but you have worked hard. You have trained. You have worked on your voice. You have worked on your performance. You own that. you have talent. You worked for that. Own it. I'll take the like boost of like, well, have you heard my mother? My mother's fantastic. But like, own it. So yeah. No, she's a great kid. She's a great kid. Um, we were going to do a show together. We were going to audition for something this weekend and do um, Spring Awakening. And she would have had a great chance at getting one of the lead girls in Spring Awakening. And then she got her acceptance letter to college, and she goes, "You know what, Mom? I can't do the show. I need to work more hours because I need to save more for school." And I had to shake her hand, like, look at you making adult decisions. So now I'm not going to do Spring Awakening, which makes me sad, but like she's making smart decisions. So we'll go with that. I've done well. I've raised the good baby. Um, yeah, a lot of those second bedrooms are like a glorified storage closet. Rochelle's got to put the puppy to bed. Oh, the little puppy. You got to get that thing a name. He needs a name. I think I'll wait for Rochelle to come back, but I think I'm probably going to wrap up pretty soon because, like I said, I've done 3 videos, filmed 3 videos today, and done a 2-hour live stream, and I have to film 1 more video, so I've got to get that. But so I'm probably going to wrap up really soon, and I can see I've got a ton of messages to return. Like, anybody have like, when you get notifications on your phone or you've got apps that like show you've got like 7 messages and, here's this on Facebook and you've got so many emails. I can't stand that. I have to clear them out. Otherwise it's like, you have stuff to do. You have stuff to do. And if I have it staring me in the face, I'm going to be like, "Nah." So I have to go and get rid of all the notifications or I'm like oppressed of so much to do and anxiety. So I just have to clear them out. But yeah, this was a great live. This was a very great live. I didn't think I was going to have so many people tonight hanging out, for just a random unscheduled live where I was just getting my seeds started. And I wish that I'd had more. I wish I had my trays, or else I totally would have also planted my broccoli, cabbage, kale, those Clancy potato seeds. I would have done all of those, but apparently my seed starting trays didn't follow me in the move, or they're in my storage bin. So I'm going to have to run out to the garden center tomorrow and pick up a bunch more. So for the moment, for those who didn't see, I've got this is what I'm starting my seeds in right now is I'm throwing them on a paper plate, like a waxed paper plate. And that'll have to suffice for the night. And then tomorrow I'll be able to use the trays and then I can get them get them all watered in. But at least I did, let's see, let's recap. What did I plant today? I planted purple beauty peppers. I planted the Aloha peppers from the seeds that I saved from that awesome red and yellow striped pepper at the grocery store. I'm going to have to get a bag for those seeds. I planted jalapenos, lots of jalapenos for the canning garden because my friend who's going to do the canning loves cowboy candy and salsa. So she's going to can that up for me. I planted, my green and my red bell peppers, California wonder bell peppers, lute shower peppers, my Utah tall celery, and my sweet Spanish, what was the full thing? Yes, sweet Spanish yellow Utah jumbo onions. So I planted one of those for me, and then one of those for Gardening with Heather Lynn. So once those are ready to go in the ground, I'll just drop them by. Yeah, California wonder bell peppers are delicious. I do need to plant shishito peppers, but currently my friend with the canning garden my friend where I'm growing the canning garden in her yard, she has the Shishito peppers. Um, the best way to start seeds in really hot weather. Um, how long is it before you can actually move plants outdoors? Um, because if you can start them inside, like I don't know if you have central air that keeps your home cool. Um, if you can start them indoors in a sunny window, I mean, you should, be, as the cool season comes in for you, you should be able to. Um, Actually, Apple Tree Urban Homestead, have you seen, I mean, who hasn't, especially if you're an Aussie, um, Self-Sufficient Me down in Australia, because he probably has all the tips on preparing for the garden down there with all the heat, because I know he's, grows on the other side of the, opposite seasons from us because of your, heat and cool. Your winter is different from ours. So, I bet that would probably be one of the best channels to look at as far as when to start things and how to start seeds in super hot weather like that. Um, because I would think it would be kind of the reverse of what we're doing here. Like right now, okay, today's a poor example because today was almost 60 degrees up here in Boston, but normally it's around, 20 to 30 degrees. So we start things early while it's cold and then plant them out while they're warm. So I'd imagine if your home has some sort of cooling mechanism that at least, keeps it cool for you indoors, if you start things indoors in, your temperature controlled areas, that like 6 to 8 weeks before your cold weather hits, and I say cold weather. Oh no. Oh, no, no, no. I'm so sorry. Oh God, you must be so hot. Um, yeah, I mean, I'd imagine if you start things before the cold weather starts, it should all work out for you, but I don't know. Um, oh no, I'm so sorry. I hope you have that fixed soon. Oh, I have a spare. I would send it, but it's a little expensive to ship all the way over there. Hey, they call me Sunshine. Hello, hello. Oh, let's see. Everything was mud today. Yes, it was. I was out walking my dog and squish, 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 squish. Um, yeah, you're in and out of chat. Hey, that's fine. That's awesome. I'm so excited. Like this was a pretty great live. Yeah. Woohoo. I think I'm just gonna wait for Rochelle to come back so I don't just come like she comes back from putting the puppy to bed and I'm just like going. Um, um oh yeah, but I mean I did all right tonight and I could start some more things tomorrow once I've got my seed trays because I just don't have room to put anything else in. All right. So for those of you who missed the beginning of the chat, like I said, my seed starting trays apparently did not make it through the move. I don't know where they are. They could be in my storage bin. I honestly don't know. So I had to scrounge my house for a few things to put my seeds, my little 6 cell trays in for the moment. I'll show you. Like I got creative and found my chicken pan and oh. Hey, Belly Acres. Hey, so excited to see you. Last time was my first time with Shishitos. I have never had a Shishito pepper, but everybody talks about them like they're amazing. So I definitely have to go grow them. Let's see. Oh goodness. I am so sorry. Yeah. When my daughter was first born, like she was a newborn, like 2 or 3 weeks old, and we had a heat wave here, and it was over 100 degrees in our apartment, but it was worse if we went outside. So we had to keep spraying her. Like we had a spray bottle of ice water, and we were just misting the air above her, so that it would come down and just keep her cool. And it was terrifying. Um, I have everyone at the office saving takeout containers for me to start seeds in. Yes. Um, so I'm doing a little garden for the girls that I nanny for. I nanny for 3 little girls. They are 6, well, soon to be 7. So we'll just say 7, 4, and 2.5. And actually, they have a little brother or sister coming this summer. So that's pretty cool. So there's going to be 4. So I am growing a garden with them, with the little girls this summer, or this spring and summer. And what was my point of that? Oh yeah, and so for extra seed starting containers, they go through so much fruit at their house, like strawberries, blueberries, all of that. So we're saving all those containers for them to start seeds in. And we're getting close to that time because they want to grow a whole bunch of flowers. So we're gonna start some flower seeds very soon. Shishito peppers. If I'm correct, they're just kind of like little sweet peppers. Um, and I really don't know much about them other than that. See. Oh, that is interesting. They're sweet, but 1 in 10 could be hot. Oh, that's interesting. It's like Russian roulette, but with peppers. Yep, hand towel on the fan to cool us on hot nights. Yes. So I grew up in a house without air conditioning. So um, what we would do is my bedroom. I'm actually sitting in my childhood bedroom now. Before it was my bedroom, it was a kitchen. So I'll show you little preview. There's an antique sink and a stove over there. So when I moved into my parents' house, I was able to turn this from a totally hoarded out junk room that my old bedroom had become. So my brother and I had the bedroom next door. When he grew too annoying, when I was about 6, we, turned this room into a bedroom for me. And so then my parents shared the kitchen with my grandparents downstairs. Um, so now it's a kitchen up here. But when I was a kid, it was my bedroom. And so there is a door that goes out to the yard in this room. And then there's a hallway on opposite that and a window. So we used to open the window, put a fan in it. Then we would put a fan blowing out of my doorway. So we would have a column, like a wind tunnel of air just moving through, and it would help and we'd put like a cold towel on the fan. And so it would just blow this wind tunnel of like suctioned air through the house. Like my dad's smart like that. So an attempt to start some lettuce on the windowsill. That's a good plan. That's good. I mean, I've got some lettuce growing in my MIG grow off bucket, and it's been doing all right with just my grow lights. Let's see. Just going in. Glad you all can read the typos. My friend Kristen makes more typos than anybody I have ever seen, and so I've gotten very good at deciphering. Um, they should be. I mean, shishito peppers are fairly, like, I know people in the UK that grow them, and um, hmm. Yeah, I mean, for lettuce, a sunny window should be just fine. I just don't have sun in my bedroom, and it's been too cold at night for me to take them out on the sun porch in the front of the house because it doesn't warm up fast enough for me to put the stuff out there and put my bucket out there in the morning. It's still too cold on the porch. Then around by like 10 a.m. or so, when I've already been at work for 2 hours, around 10 a.m. it warms up, and then the whole day it would be in the sun and nice and warm. But yeah, so hopefully, actually next week it's going to be in the 40s like all the time, and it's not supposed to get down to freezing at night, or at least not much below freezing. So I think I'm going to be able to move my MIG grow off bucket out there to the sun porch, and I won't need the grow lights for that. But then by then these peppers will be up, the onions will be up, and I'll need all the grow lights on my rack for that. And I've got my timer ready. I need to pick up some more grow lights, but I think I'm pretty good for the moment. So yay! So excited to have built that thing. My little seed starting area there with all the reflection from that. Cilantro year round in the kitchen still. Yeah, I thought about getting like an arrow garden for my kitchen so that I could have fresh herbs here in the kitchen, but yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's expensive. It's expensive. So I think I might just get a planter, and maybe I'll get enough sun from this window here to be able to grow. But I don't know. Oh goodness. Yeah, no, no thanks. No thanks. Too much coating. Yeah, lettuce is so easy to grow in a window. Like, you shouldn't need grow lights for that. Um, yeah, as long as you have a long enough day and a long enough sun coming in that window, you don't have to worry about it at all. My dad actually doesn't use grow lights at all, even though he has some, because he starts everything out on that porch. But I like to start certain things earlier than he does. So, like the peppers and things, like he wouldn't, he's not actually going to grow anything this year. He just came up tonight and said, well, you're going to do the whole garden this year. Here's my seeds. And I went, ooh, more seeds. So, yeah, he's not starting anything, but he typically wouldn't start anything just yet. But it's definitely time to get the onions started, time to get the peppers started, the celery. Um, I am so excited to be growing celery this time. This is the first time that the first time that I've grown celery. Oh yeah, see, I am lucky. I am not one of those people that has that gene. So cilantro, culantro, coriander, like it's great. Um, I love it. So I love like tacos and salsas and things like that with plenty of cilantro. Um, oh yeah, can't get around that. Can't get around that. Oh hey, my iPad just died. Boo. All right. So I think we're starting to flag a little bit here, or at least I'm starting to flag a little bit because, um, and I know earlier, gonna start some lettuce in a lettuce container. Circle of life. It's the circle of life, and we're growing lettuce. Haha. There. See, I'm mixing some singing into my shows. Um, the seed. Um, the seed haul video I did earlier, I actually did some like Celtic woman, doing some parsley, Scarborough Fair, parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Even though I didn't actually have any, I wasn't starting any parsley. I didn't buy any parsley because I already had some. Um, where is blind guy, his wife, and their life when I'm singing? They're not here. And I think maybe Black's Tropical Homestead may have dipped out too because I haven't seen them in a chat for a bit. But they're always like, "Where's the singing? Where's the singing?" There it was. You weren't here. um, yeah. So, yeah, but Black's Tropical Homestead, they were here earlier and they were asking, "Where is my Shed Wars video?" And I did shoot that today. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to wrap up in a few minutes. I was just kind of waiting for Rochelle to pop back in from putting the puppy to bed. So I don't want to just like be gone when she comes back. Like, well, she said goodbye. So I'm trying to string it out a little bit. But yeah, this has been a very productive YouTube day. Like I said, I shot a seed haul. I shot my mail call. I shot my shed wars. So I've just got a lot of editing to do, and I'm going to do my cherry tomatoes bracket. So I'm going to do that. If Cherie was still here, we could ask her if she's tried Miracle Berry with cilantro. I think I did see their Miracle Berry video, or at least I remember them talking about it. No, I saw that video. I did. Bellyacres, yeah, used to sing a little in a band. I've never actually, well, I did sing with a band once, but we're talking like my real estate office put together from our 3 offices in our company. We did a battle of the bands, and so I sung for our market center, and then the singer for the other market center dropped out and decided to go to France. So I ended up having to sing for them too. And even though the other market center won, I still won because I was the lead singer for them. So it was pretty great. Yeah, I wonder sometimes if I'm starting to lose my voice. I need to take better care of it. I need to not sing dehydrated so much. You had to dip out for a few minutes. Yeah, that's okay. Hey, drift on in and out. That's fine. Chronic sinus infections. Yeah. They didn't try cilantro. Okay, good to know. Do I sing to my plants at all? I don't, or I don't sing to my plants. I'm not singing to my plants, but I'm singing around my plants because I'm singing a lot. If nobody is around, I'm probably singing something. I actually, for all that I'm a performer and I do musicals on stage and I perform and I sing and I dance. I dance badly, but yeah, so I sing, I dance, I act. But then if you ask me to sing like in front of people, typically so that little smidgen you just got there, that was plenty. Yeah. There is somewhere on YouTube, and the only one who knows where it is, as far as like my YouTube friends, the only one who knows where this video is Alicia from Country Mama Musings, because I just knew that she would get the biggest kick out of it. After we talked about Rocky Horror on, I can't remember who's live. I think it was Daz. Daz is live last week. Aussie, my Aussie kitchen and garden. And if you don't know Daz, like you gotta go see Daz. So we were talking about Rocky Horror Picture Show because we were talking about musicals, and I had said I was in Rocky. So then we started talking about Rocky Horror, and Alicia, loves Rocky Horror. So I actually played Janet in a stage musical, like the stage musical, not Shadowcast, although I've done Shadowcast too. But somewhere on YouTube, there is the full musical of me performing as Janet in Rocky Horror Picture Show like 10 years ago. And nobody knows where to find it except for Alicia, and I'm not telling anybody. But if you find it, enjoy. It was fun, but I'm still not putting it out there like, where is it? Because it's not connected to my channel at all. I uploaded it on a different channel back in 2012 or something like that, but no, that's mine. Let's see. F.R. Humphrey, I love to dance and dance almost every day. I only really dance when I'm doing theater, so I'm better dancing in front of people than singing a solo in front of people. Yeah, see, when you grow up taking lessons, like I never had dance lessons or anything like that. I just started to do it when I did theater, and I was just learning the choreography and learning the steps, but I don't have any technique at all. Yeah. Oh, it was hilarious. And it was also about 50 pounds ago, maybe 40 to 50 pounds ago. So I was a little sprig of a girl at 30, um, doing Rocky Horror. It was a great time. We actually, we did the show, but we kind of did a parody of the show at the same time because we were ad-libbing all over the stage, and it was hilarious. Um, Heather, same. Same. I have, like I just said, I've got about 40 pounds to lose. Um, yeah, too much pizza, too much soda, not enough veggies, all this winter. And so I need to get out in my garden and I need all that healthy food that I have to eat. And I have to finish this last spaghetti squash. I harvested this in November and this is tomorrow's dinner. And if you saw my video, my MIG grow off video, yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. If you saw that yesterday, you saw me cook one of these angel hair spaghetti squash, and it was very delicious and very healthy. So you should go check that out. Oh, you directed musicals for 9 years. I am now currently doing my very first bout as a stage manager. Um, and tomorrow I need to take my cast to task. Our theater group is called Dramatically Incorrect, and we are a very diverse cast. We have, you name it, we got it. It's a very diverse cast, a very open and welcoming environment. And it came to my attention at our board meeting on Tuesday that one of the people that, like, we just cast our most recent show. We're doing Cruel Intentions, the 90s musical. And it's going to be really fun. But so we just cast, we had our first rehearsal Wednesday, and my first time at rehearsal will be tomorrow. And I heard through the grapevine that one of my cast members was complaining about the other casting, that somebody else doesn't have the voice for this part, or that they should have gotten this other part and this like that, and and tearing down the other cast member. The other cast member didn't hear it. He did in the board meeting because he's one of our advisors. Oh, no, sorry, he's one of our main board members. And there's a lot more that goes into casting than just your singing ability, your acting ability, your chemistry with everyone else. So there's a lot that goes into those decisions, and we don't do petty drama. We don't suffer it. We don't deal with it. We will not accept it. So tomorrow, it's my first appearance at rehearsal, and I have to walk in there and, like, boom, you know? So I'm basically going to tell them, knock it off. We don't do that here. That is not the culture that we want to foster. And if anybody has any issues with the casting, they can go talk to the director one-on-one and get an explanation if they feel they need to. But my ears are open. If I hear it, I'm going to take you aside one-on-one. We're going to have a conversation. If I hear it again, I'm going to come to you and I'm going to say, hey, you need to leave rehearsal. And then the director and I will have a conversation with them and with the board and decide if they get to stay on in the production, because I can fill in for any of those parts like that. And so I have no problem being everybody's understudy or understudy for this one particular person that I think is going to continue to cause drama. And if I have to step into that person's part, I'll do it. But yeah, so I'm just going to drop the hammer tomorrow and say, you're going to be supportive of your fellow actors. You are going to perform to the best of your ability. We are all going to love each other and enjoy this, or you can go. So that's kind of what that's going to be. yeah, so this took a left turn out of gardening, but um, yeah, wow, there is soil everywhere on my kitchen table. I'm gonna have to do some cleanup up here. Once I get my trays tomorrow, I'm gonna have to go out early in the morning, go to the garden center, and try not to buy more seeds because I don't know how many of you were here on the live earlier when I said that I have bought all the seeds I need for this season. With the caveat of I still need to when they come out in the stores, I need strawberry bare root strawberries, I need asparagus crowns, I need seed potatoes. And Old Ways Gardening and Prepping is sending me loofah seeds. So that's it. I have every seed I need. I've bought everything. And I have a seed haul video that is already recorded and coming out. I have an Am I Gardener order is on the way with the last of the things that I bought. So after this, after all of those, if I buy a single packet of seeds, anything, Rochelle is going to do a video and call me out. So I've put it out there, and now I have to sit there on my hands and not buy any more seeds because Rochelle will definitely be calling me out. So that's going to be funny. Let's see. I am going to give this about another 3 minutes for Rochelle to come back. And if she doesn't, I'm going to call it for the night because my throat is starting to really get parched here. So, yeah. So how's everybody doing? Hey, I'm so excited. I'm so glad that you guys came in. Oh, that's the other thing. My phone is starting to die. So, I'm just so excited you guys all came in to hang out with me tonight. Like I said, this was a much bigger live than I thought it was going to be. I'll probably do more of these pop-up lives as I'm starting seeds. Because I'm not going to do, so I did a whole bunch of videos on starting seeds last year, and so I don't want to like redo them. Um, Even though I'm better at it now and I could probably explain better, I can probably shoot them better. I think I'm good on that, at least for now. What I am going to focus on for sure is starting herb seeds because that's, aside from my naked gardening video, the most popular videos on my channel for sure are the lavender seed starting videos. So I figure I would continue in that vein and do more seed starting of difficult to start herbs or difficult to start seeds. So I'm going to do more videos like that, but I'm not going to do, starting tomato seeds. I'm not going to do starting pepper seeds. My pepper seeds are started, so I can't do that now. So, hey, Hooga Homestead, Hooga. Lydia Baker, you're still here. You have to start your herbs. Yeah, that's why I got the rosemary, the thyme, the sage. Sage starts super easy, but thyme and rosemary can be tricky. Hey, Simply Jan, thank you. I'm actually going to wrap up in a few minutes anyway, so thank you so much for coming in. And yeah, if you want to go and run my playlist and catch up on my videos, that would be great. I am down to needing just 1,200 watch hours, so every little bit helps. I mean, this live will probably pick up for some of it. So thank you so much for coming in. You have a great night. Bye-bye. Hey, my raindrop life. Hello, hello. I think we're wrapping up pretty soon, but who knows? I said that like half an hour ago, and here I am still. So, um, I have time that I'm trying. Never tried it before, so I'll definitely keep an eye out for that. Yeah, I probably won't get started on that till next weekend because right now I've already got 3 videos to edit. So I think I'm going to drop one of them tomorrow. I think it'll be the seed haul video tomorrow because that's going to be really easy to edit. Then I'll spend the next couple of days and probably drop the mail call. The mail call is going to be really easy to edit. That'll probably pop out on Tuesday. And then I got to find a really good day to drop the Shed Wars video, because I want a lot of eyes on that, because the intro to that is, I had a lot of fun with it, and I make a little, like like Ann Dale in her MIG grow off video, came in like she's a prize fighter, boom, boom, boom. And, and Lily from the Hoodstead, she's got, her little story time thing. Well, I kind of came in like gangbusters on the beginning of the Shed Wars video, and I like it. Tomato brackets. Actually, I'm filming that right after this live. Like, I'm going to go get a drink, and then I'm going to film the cherry tomato brackets. So I want to get that out soon. The mail call can wait. The mail call can wait. The seed haul can wait. Maybe you know what? I think you're right. That is a good point. I should get the tomato bracket out tomorrow, because then that'll give everybody till Sunday to vote. So I'll get as many votes as I possibly can, and then we'll start the next round of voting. So we'll get through the cherry tomatoes first, then we're going to go to the paste tomatoes, and then we're going to go to the big boys and do the slicers, because the slicers are going to be the most fun. So I want to save those for last, but so they've all got to be done by the middle to end of March, because I've got to get those started, but that's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, so cherry tomato brackets tomorrow. Then we'll do seed haul Tuesday. Maybe on Thursday, drop the mail call, and then Saturday, when am I going to put out my Shed Wars video? The mail call can wait. It's not a mail call from another channel. It's just a look at this awesome thing that I bought and I got in the mail, and I'm so excited to show everybody. So, I mean, honestly, I could post that a week from now and it wouldn't matter. But I'm very excited that I've got like all these videos already in the can, ready to go, and I've just got to edit them and get them posted. Like, I am ahead. But I still have more videos that I've got to shoot. Like, you guys have seen like a little snippet of my kitchen remodel. Like, if you go back and you watch the first video where I was showing you how this room started out, if you like saw this whole thing right now, you wouldn't think it was the same room. It's gone through a pretty big transformation in here. So I've really got to shoot the kitchen remodel video, but all these other, more garden related things really need to take precedent, especially Shed Wars. But those tomato brackets are really time sensitive. So yeah, I do need to get them out right away. And I don't think Rochelle's coming back yet. I don't think she's coming back for a while. Puppy is probably having a hard time going down the night. One of these days, that dog needs to get a name. So, I mean, how long? And pretty soon, they're just going to end up calling him Dog, or Puppy, or Sir. Actually, they've been calling him Sir quite a lot, so that might stick. Who knows? All right, so I'm going to wind this up. Like, I am so excited. Yeah, usually I have nothing in the queue either. Like, I had nothing shot before today. Well, I had the beginning of my Shed Wars video. Black's Tropical Homestead, you missed my concert. I did singing in this live. Now you're going to have to go back and watch afterwards and go find where I gave my little concert. Yeah, got to grow all the herbs. Yeah, I'm going to do some videos on that, but usually I'm coming from behind the 8 ball, and like I've got to shoot something so I can upload it tomorrow. Even like the MIG grow up video, like I shot that at 11 o'clock at night and had it posted by 11:45 the next morning, and it's just to get something out there. I'll rewatch. It's been running. I was unpacking the car. 3 peach trees. Yes, but also you look sad. Micah's 3-year-old dog is named Pup. I had a friend who had a cat, and its name was Kitty. So when she got her new cat, I'm like, you are not gonna call this one Cat. It's just not happening. She's like, I can't settle on a name, and I'm like, can I name your cat? And she let me name her cat. So we ended up calling the cat Thorn because she was very scratchy. But I thought Thorn was a pretty great name. And actually, I mean, it was partially because she was very, but also it came from a graphic novel that we used to read when we were kids, the two of us that we both loved. So naming her Thorn after that character was actually, she liked that. So it stuck. It was good. And she didn't have another cat named Kitty. Meanwhile, you just want more herbs and multicolored carrot seeds. I have those. I have the rainbow carrots. I've got black nebula, and then I've got let's see, oregano and rosemary and thyme and sage and parsley and cilantro and stuff to start. So what's driving me nuts is I can't find seeds for bay laurel anywhere, and I know they exist, but they're just yeah, so I really wanted to get some bay laurel seeds because they are hard to start from seed, and I wanted to I wanted them so that I could uh show more hard to start seeds and do a video on it, but I can't find them. So I'm going to have to grow from cuttings. Aw, Thor and Nala. Aw, big babies are like sitting on your feet. Yes, Mia loves to sit on my foot. Whenever like the situation is too overwhelming for her, like if there's like kids who like she loves kids, but so like they'll if there's kids that like are too rough, she'll be like, I don't know what to do with this. I don't know what to do with this. So she'll come and she'll sit on my foot like I'm going to save her. Yes, purple carrots. They are so cool. Hold on. Let me go. You know what? I'm going to go grab them. 5 seconds. Be right back. Okay, it's more like 15 seconds, but hey, Leanne with Mennonite Farmhouse. Hello, how are you? Okay, so I have rainbow carrots, which is pretty cool. I got those mainly for the kids that I nanny for and for the 6 and 4-year-old in the for the family garden. One of the garden spaces that I'm growing in this year. So I'm going to split those between my nanny kids and my friends' kids where I'm growing my garden. And these are the Black Nebula. Check it out. Like, that is so cool. I mean, even the foliage, like, is kind of purple. I mean, they get green as they go up the top, but it's still pretty cool. Yeah, you can totally grow you can totally grow carrots in a pot. You just got to make sure it's a very deep pot. I grew short and sweet carrots, so little carrots like this, and I used a 9-inch container. So I was able to grow. Yeah, I know. Aren't those cool? They are so cool looking. Gorgeous. You need those. Amazing. Yeah, you can get them from Baker Creek or from M.I. Gardner. Yeah, it's like, so that's going to be some awesome carrots. And then I've got, like, the traditional orange carrots. And, oh, my free seed from Baker Creek was this, like, Ukrainian yellow carrot or something like that. So I'm going to have, like, all the funky carrots. The black nebula carrots, and they supposedly taste really, really good too. You have a new carrot fetish. Hey, this is a family show. Pretty soon you're going to have Leanne up here showing her beaver again. Anyway. Oh my God. There's an eggplant joke coming. I just can't. Anyway. So yeah, these are going to be for the little kids. And I forget what subject I was on before that, but oh yeah, carrots you can grow in a pot. Just make sure it's very deep and that it's full of very, very loose soil without like a lot of sticks and things in it, because carrots are babies. Don't wake. Don't want to hear about the eggplant. Well, I found my other eggplant seeds, the ones I really needed today. I found my Rosa Bianca. So, yay. Yeah, carrots are wicked babies. Like I said, I call them the garden babies. Do you have things like mint and strawberries are garden bullies and they just go out and they take over everything? Carrots are babies. They hit the tiniest rock and they're going to go, oh, I can't grow anymore. Or, oh, I have to grow crooked. So, yeah, just as long as it's really loose soil, you can definitely grow carrots in a grow bag. You just got to give them enough space. Yeah, you grow carrots in a fabric raised bed. That's perfect. That's awesome. Yeah. Vanilla extract. I do not do vanilla. Mainly because I can't grow the vanilla beans themselves. I guess they come from orchids, I don't know. So I can't grow vanilla myself, so I don't make it. A friend of mine makes her own vanilla. She's actually the one who has the canning garden, who I'm going to plant the canning garden in her yard. She's the one who's going to do all the tomato sauce and salsa and pickles and things like that. So she makes her own vanilla. She gets like expensive alcohols. She's, gets a whole ton of vanilla beans from all over the world that she's ordering, and she makes all sorts of really cool vanilla extracts. She also gets a ton of fruit from her CSAs and local farm stands, and makes jams and jellies. So I'm really excited to grow this garden in her yard so that she has all sorts of stuff to process and can that she doesn't have to pay for. So it works out. Let's see. I'm gonna grow some of the seeds. See, I am as much an enabler as I am an addict. So I get all these cool things because I see other people growing the cool things, and I have to have them. And then people see me with the cool things, and they all want them. Trying to remember the Brit who shows the carrots he grows in flower pots. I don't know. It's not Nile Gardens, is it? No. I don't know. So that's why I can't grow carrots. Maybe if you have rocky soil, or very clay-like tough soil, it can be hard to grow carrots. You really need to really loosen and fluff up that soil. Heather Lynn makes vanilla. You get your beaver butt vanilla from Food by Faith. See, that's the thing, is if you're getting real vanilla, then it's not beaver butt. I have made a bottle of vanilla made with brandy. They also make imitation from certain beaver glands. Yes, they do. They do. You get your vanilla beans from Amazon. Oh, shoot. You know what? I gotta move because My phone is about to die. Blow out my candle. Pardon me, it's going to be dark. Ooh. Yeah, I'm a goofball, we know. All right, hold on. I got to plug my phone in. All right. So we're going to, yeah, I had 2% battery. Woo-hoo-hoo, cutting it close. All right, we're going to do my favorite. Hanging out and chatting thing here. No, that's weird. Hold on. Move, Doug. See, we can't have a video where Mia doesn't show up. Oh, okay. There we go. Vanilla beans from Amazon. Use the cheap vodka. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Kristen spends a lot on her alcohols. But I don't know. I mean, canning is like one of her favorite hobbies, and making like kind of cottage craft type things like that. So, I mean, I wouldn't doubt she probably spends for a little bit of it, but hey, there are worse hobbies, i.e. my seed addiction. There are worse hobbies. I just plant stock vegetables anymore. Let's see. Ooh, chocolate mint extract. Oh, vanilla sugar sounds very good. The candle that I actually just had burning in my kitchen was vanilla sugar scented. So I would love to make that. Homegrown veg. Let's see. No, he never shows his face. There's a beautiful collie that's in most of his videos. I don't know that channel. Let me know if you do find it. Like, throw it in the comments of this video, and I'll check them out if you do remember. Amazon is when you get your vanilla beans too. Oh, my husband is serious about his vanilla. Country Mama Musings messed him up with the beaver butt. Yeah, I found that out like over 10 years ago, and that it was very much used in like the raspberry flavoring that you'd get in like chocolate bars. And the thing is, I had a major love for like raspberry filling in chocolate, like, little bars like that. And then I just went, next time I saw them at the grocery store, I just looked at it and went, oh, I can't. And I just put it down. And it's taken me a long time to be able to eat those again. Feel funny going to the liquor store for vodka because you're not people who drink alcohol. See, the thing is, I don't drink very much either. So me going into a liquor store almost never happens. And it's not that I have a problem with drinking. Like, it's not like I'm like, oh, alcohol. Oh, clutch pearls, clutch pearls. I just don't typically drink a lot. And especially with the pandemic, like, I'm a social drinker. If I'm with friends and we're having a party, I'll have a couple of drinks. Or if we're out at dinner, I may, or karaoke, I might have a drink or two. But like, I never have in the house. Like, I've got a bottle of wine actually that I've had in the house for like 6 months, and I haven't even opened it because I don't know. See, and then your husband makes fun of you. How about a plain person going to Yeah, I feel like a Mennonite might be a little out of place in a liquor store. Yeah. I mean, well, do you cook with any of that? Like, um, like some people, will use wine. Like, I use wine in my beef stew. Um, so I'll make a beef stew and I'll put a little bit of red wine in it, and then the alcohol cooks off and the flavor is there and it's amazing and delicious. Or I make a beef stew with Guinness, and that's so good. Oh, but again, it's not like the alcohol cooks off. So do you cook with any alcohols? Like, I don't know if like, I have questions here. Like, I am interested in these things. Let's see. Here in Arizona, they have liquor in grocery stores. We do in Massachusetts in some grocery stores. We've got weird blue laws. Like we used to not be able to buy liquor on Sundays. So all the liquor stores would be closed on Sundays. And um, now I think they are. Honestly, I don't know. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure that liquor stores are now open on Sundays here. And the grocery stores that did sell alcohol, and there were very few of them, there still are very few of them, would have to lock up the area with alcohol on Sundays. And I don't think that's a thing anymore. So I think they did repeal the Sunday closure law. Mennonite Farmhouse, just order it online to be delivered to the house. Drink a little and haven't been to the liquor store in 3 years. Take forever to drink one bottle. Same. And I have a friend who over the last few years has been something of an alcoholic. And so I think that's actually given me more of an aversion to alcohol, especially drinking alone. Like maybe once or twice a year, I might sit down with my dog. Hello, dog. I might sit down with my dog and I might drink a glass of wine while relaxing, but I don't know. I may as well drink water. Like, who cares? You just have to start making your own little bathtub gin, Leanne. You feel like you have to explain it to the person at the register that's not for drinking. Well, the thing is, they see people buying a lot more alcohol. Like, yeah, it feels weird when you're not a big drinker going out and buying alcohol. It actually does feel weird. Guinness beef stew. Oh, hell yeah. Guinness beef stew is about the best thing out there. Actually, you know what? Making Guinness stew with lamb. You don't. You bought it once for a canning recipe. In a previous life, you were a very social drinker. I could see that. New question. Mennonites believe in reincarnation? Or is that just figure of speech for fun? I know the answer to that. I have questions. World religions, like these things interest me. Snow Gardens, 307 budgets. Hello, late to the party, and yay, support. Yeah, I said a half an hour ago I was going to wrap this up and be all done. And I said about a half an hour before that I was going to wrap this up and be all done, but we're almost at 3 hours and I'm still hanging out talking. And I stopped sowing seeds an hour ago. Crosby's house alcohol. Yes, they do. No alcohol sales here before 1 p.m. I mean, that sounds like a very Georgia thing. Sounds about right. Let's see, you have a bottle. Ooh, blackberry brandy. So yeah, I'm coming to visit and we're going to make that cheesecake because I want to try that. Ooh, okay. So Leanne just did this amazing video on cheesecake, like 8 reasons why your cheesecake is cracking. And of course, my dog, the second I come back in, that's when she picks up her toy to squeak. Huh? You gonna squeak? The most unconventional cheesecake topping I have ever seen in my life to this point that I thought, like, no way is that going to be good. My friend had made a homemade cranberry sauce, and it was like whole berry cranberry sauce, and it was very, very tart. And I'm a cranberry sauce from the can. Like if it doesn't have ridges, it's not my thing. I mean, no, I'm not saying that I don't love other cranberry sauce, but like for Thanksgiving, I've got to have that can. So, her cranberry sauce was very good, but I was missing my can. But she said, "Oh, hey, we should put this cranberry sauce on the cheesecake." And I'm like, "No way. Do not ruin my cheesecake." And she goes, "No, just try it. Just try one bite." And I did. And the tart and the sweet and it was the best thing ever. It was amazing. It took you about 6 months to drink a bottle of chocolate. You're a chocoholic. Yep. Let's see. Here in Wyoming, you can pretty much buy alcohol whenever. Yeah, I think Massachusetts is like that now, but for a while we had some really weird blue laws. Um, oh, dandelion wind. I'm gonna assume that's some sort of like dandelion. Oh, maybe you meant to say dandelion wine. I've heard of that, but I've never actually tried it. Blackberry brandy was the only alcohol my mother drank, and she only drank it once. Blackberry brandy just sounds so good. I've never had any. Um, that sounds delicious. Lovey drank wine till she was 104 years old, a glass a day. Did I see her in your videos? Or was that, maybe I'm imagining things. A glass a day, and then for 2 years had champagne for her birthday. And she said alcohol was disgusting. Went to the liquor store yesterday for the first time since 2007. Nice. I pop in when you guys are talking about Guinness. Hey, Celtic Root Farms. Oh my God, I thought of the best, or I heard the best dad joke earlier today. And I'm like, next time I see Celtic Roots, I am busting out that joke. And now it is nowhere to be found. I'm sad. Let's see. Make wine and give it away. Yeah, see, I feel like I would be a person that I would make wine and that I would never drink it. And I'd just be like, here, hey, look, I made wine. I made wine. Yeah. Liquor stores are closed on Sunday. Wine and beer sales after 1 p.m. on Sunday in Alabama. Running your playlist at the barn. The mice might not sleep tonight. I don't know. They might. I was told today by a friend, and this was a compliment. This was entirely meant as a compliment. I took it as such, but it's almost ever so slightly an insult, depending on how you really are feeling in the moment. That I totally, on these videos, I have NPR voice. Maybe not on my lives because I'm a little more animated and excited, but in my regular videos, he's like, you have total NPR voice. Like, you could just be that soothing voice on the radio. And I'm like, I don't know. You got to go listen to Slava on Kitchen Garden Therapy because her voice will put you, like, you got to listen to Slava's videos while you're having a massage or something because it's just so gentle and floaty. And yeah. Let's see. Cranberry everything. Been told that the cranberry sauce is amazing that's on your channel. I have seen that video. Leanne, I've seen all your videos, so I'm going to have to like start running your playlist on my other like alternate YouTube just so I can get you some more hours. Cranberry pear apple relish. Delish. I want to make Leanne's the cinnamon rolls. No, you didn't call them cinnamon rolls. You called them something else. My brain is, I mean, it's 10:30 at night and cranberry orange relish. That same friend that put the cranberry sauce on the cheesecake also makes these amazing orange cranberry muffins, and they're to die for. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. The Jewish holiday of Purim, if I'm pronouncing that right, is like in a couple of weeks, which means Ilana, that person is going to be making hamantashen. Ooh, I gotta get in on that. I gotta call her and be like, can I come celebrate the cookie holiday with you? Because she makes this like apricot filling for these special cookies, and they are amazingly delicious. Oh, you made your own cranberry juice. See, I live in Massachusetts. We have cranberry bogs here. So they are very plentiful, and I've never actually made my own cranberry sauce or cranberry juice, but I bet it's delicious when you make it your own. Can't buy dessert wines or liquor on Sundays, but you could buy beer and lower alcohol wines, of course. Let's see. You're afraid to try chocolate wine. Orders. See, I'm not very much an alcohol person, but like I think that's mainly because when I got married, I was 20 years old, and I had my first baby right before I turned 21. And so my ex-husband was very anti-alcohol, like extremely. And I understand why. His father was an alcoholic and he was horrible. And his aunt was also an alcoholic, and she was the only other adult that his mother had for support. And so basically his mother had no support. Um, no friends, like no family. It was bad. So he saw a lot of problems with alcoholism, and so he didn't like it. And out of respect for him, I really didn't drink very much at all for the whole 10 years of our marriage. And then so since that, like I never really developed the taste for alcohol. So I think that's where it comes from. But I've been slowly branching out and trying different beers and things like that. Like I've discovered that, unlike most true Massachusetts residents, I don't like IPAs. I'm a wheat beer person, and I'm a white wine person. Most dark, like reds and things like that, I'm not a big fan. I feel like Choco Vine, which I've never heard of, is probably something I would like, because I don't drink coffee either. I really don't like coffee very much at all either, and I don't know why. I just never have. But I will drink it if it has an obscene amount of chocolate in it. So yeah, gonna try to make some limoncello for Christmas. Ooh, yummy. Let's see. Yes, you did a video on. Oh, that's right. What would have been her 109th video? She passed away on her 108th birthday. Wow. It's the best dad joke you've ever heard. Hey, Hedgehog Homestead. Oh my God, all you guys are jumping in when I keep saying I'm gonna end the lives. The sticky buns. Yes, I want them. I want to try them, and I want to see if they really do. Because you've never had a Cinnabon. I think you said in that video. You've never had a Cinnabon. So, I really want to try your recipe for sticky buns, because I am a Cinnabon connoisseur. They are amazingly delicious, and like the smell will just draw you all the way across the mall and compel you to buy one. So I'm gonna see if those sticky buns compare. Strawberry sticky buns. Ooh. Orange pineapple ice cream. Oh my goodness, you guys are making me so hungry. Monkey bread, like, ugh. I'm gonna have to get that pizza out of the fridge there. Um, yeah, the recipe is, yeah, it's always on the ocean spray cranberries. um, Followed Alicia's recipe. Oh, then I will go and check that out. Uh, see. Oh, hey guys, since we have a bunch of new people in here, Garden to Table with Heather Lynn, I think at this point is one subscriber short of having her first round 50. So if anybody wants to give some support, Garden to Table with Heather Lynn, we're boosting her up. Let's see. Strawberry cheesecake sweet rolls. What are you trying to do to me? I just said I gotta lose like 40 pounds, and then I gotta cook all these delicious recipes. My God, so good. Didn't drink much till after 30 for similar reasons. Yeah, it was really, I got divorced right before I turned 30. Yeah, still don't drink a lot. I don't like drier ones. I like the sweeter ones. Yeah, same. Yeah, IPAs. IPAs are disgusting. I don't get the appeal. Give me a nice wheat beer. Um, I will, I like a good Sam Adams, like a Sam Summer is nice, but I think my favorite thus far is an Allagash White. That is my go-to beer. And maybe I need a broader palate. I don't know, but I like the Allagash White. Drink coffee, but it needs milk. Nope. Yeah, obscene amounts of chocolate. Obscene amounts of chocolate is good for pretty much everything. Orange pineapple seems to be yeah, that's a big New England flavor for sure. I grew up on, those like concentrated frozen juices in a can. Like you pull the thing off and you, they make a very specific like wet slide and thunk sound from the can. But you mix them up with a couple of cans of water and then you have juice. Orange pineapple was one we drank all the time. Muscadine wine. Oh God, what was it might have been Kinley Farm or Kindred Farm, something like that. They're in Shed Wars. And I was on their live earlier tonight and they grow muscadines and they make muscadine wine and it's very, very good. They were drinking it on their live tonight for one thing. Chocolate vines. Let's see. I'll see. I can't drop a link right now. Oh, Black's Tropical Homestead did it for me. That's right. I forgot I made you a mod. Ew. An ice cream that tastes like Pepto-Bismol. Oh God. Ugh. Cook all the sweets and give it away. Yes. Let's see. Yeah, cranberries and sugar, cran orange. I am going to get to the bottom of this at some point. Kinfolk's Farm. That's what it was. Kinfolk's Farm. I just found them through Shed Wars. I was just watching a bunch of people's entry videos to kind of get some ideas on what to do for mine. And, yeah. Ice cream is one of your favorites, but your husband doesn't like it at all. See, again, I need to come visit and we need to ooh, okay, here's this. We have some ice cream, like some like good vanilla ice cream or like French vanilla or vanilla bean, whatever. And we take some of that blackberry brandy or whatever it is, it made into a sauce and we put it over the ice cream. I'm coming to visit. We are doing this sometime this summer because it's too cold right now. An old fashioned grinder used cranberry orange relish. I am almost to the bottom of this chat. I'm hoping. Tea berry flavor. I've never tried tea berry. Rules are out for Shed Wars 22. I know I watched his video yesterday. So yeah, not much of a drinker, but do like a heavy dark porter. Stouts are okay. Spoiled with your Scottish heritage and you can only drink top shelf scotch. Yes. Hey, I found the bottom of the chat. It's there. And I'm starting to think Rochelle isn't coming back because it's been over an hour. Oh, all right. How's this? I'm going to give this till 10:45 and then I am out because I've still got to film that cherry tomato video if that's going to come out in the morning. So I've got to put up my whiteboard and get to filming on that. Yes. All right. Heather Lynn needs to do a thank you video because she just got to 50 subs. And I swear before the next couple weeks is out, we'll get her to 100 so that she can change her URL so that she can have her own custom channel URL, which will be very exciting. Yay! Tea-berry is the Pepto-Bismol ice cream. Okay, so now I know what to steer clear of. Hey, Nana's Crazy Life. Hi, Donna. How are you? Oh, look at this puppy crawling in my lap. You know what she's doing? She's saying, it's time for bed. It's time for bed. Pretty soon she's going to go behind me and she's going to go dig her head under the blankets because that is what she does. And she says, it's time for bed, Mom. It's time for bed. She's just the cutest puppy. Oh, that's right. Once you have 50 subscribers, you can do lives on YouTube. I didn't even think about that because it took me so long to do my first live in the first place. So, yeah, that's exactly what it tastes and smells like. Ah ha ha. Look at this tail. Look at that wagging tail. Mia, look at that tail. She's so excited. Oh, she just loves love. It's not even going back and forth. It's going around in a circle. Okay, now it's going back and forth. Okay. Leanne is 700 hours away from monetizing. Okay, so I don't have quality graphics like Leanne and Daz and Lisa, so I have no quality graphics to hold up. Although now I have a pen, so I can start creating some because I couldn't find my pen the last few weeks. I don't know. Um, yeah, so so Leanne needs help. She needs hours. I have already watched every video on her channel. So I don't know that anything that I watch now is going to help. So I'm going to have to run it on my other channel and hopefully that counts for her. But if anybody can go watch her videos, I mean, it will help out. Send you the link for where you got yours. Wait a minute, unless I missed something. I'm like, I can create my own quality graphics. I mean, you guys, let's see. Still need to do a PC post Pampered Chef post before going to bed. Let's see. Like a porter stout, not much of anything else. Do see, I live in an area where there's like a million breweries near me, so it's interesting. Um, hey, so that means Pure Pondering should be able to go live too. All right. I wish it was time for bed, just started a 12-hour night shift. Oh, well, I mean, hey, you want to run Mennonite Farmhouse's channel and it'll keep you entertained and also very hungry because her food is amazing. Let's see. Oh, hey, there you go. You need to go through your videos, play the ones you haven't watched, and get them playing. All right. Lynn has 51. I do not know how to do that. Um, you may have to send me a message on Instagram. I am a techno peasant. I am not good with those things. Um, I don't know if I can I do that on. I don't have Chrome on my iPad. Huh. Oh, you know what? I'll put it up on my laptop. Just maybe send me a message on Instagram and I'll figure out how to do that and then I can go run it overnight. Watch Midnight Farmhouse videos like 3 times. Um, National team is doing a Spring Fest no buy party. Interesting. You'll have to send me an Instagram message or a Facebook message and tell me how that works. Let's see. Ragnarok Prepper be giving Mennonite Farmhouse some hours too. Yay. Yeah, I love how Ragnarok Prepper always like has something to say about the actual video, so you like know that they watched. And when I comment on a video, I mean, so I'll run things overnight while I'm sleeping, but I always make sure that I want to that like I'll watch videos during the day as well because I actually want to know what's going on with the channel. I want to see those people's videos and then I'll make comments. And I always want to make it specific about something on the video so that they know I actually watched and paid attention. Sometimes I watch a whole bunch of things and I'm actively listening, but I'm running them while I'm driving in the car for a while, so I can't comment. I might be able to like while I'm driving pop up and hit the like button, not looking, to give some interaction. But a lot of the time I'm listening because I'm in the car. But goal is to finish rearranging and reorganizing the house so you can go live. Yeah, I have so much more to do in this house. Let's see. You don't even need to log into Chrome to watch YouTube. That is true. That is true. Heatherlynn's got 52. Oh my goodness. Hey. Snow Garden 307 has been a Pampered Chef consultant for almost 20 years. Part-time now, but used to be a director and traveled. Oh my goodness, how cool. Or play it logged out of your account. Okay, then I'll open it on my laptop because I'm not logged in there, and I'll run your channel again tonight. Someone said you can clear your history. Yeah. Run them at night and go back in the day to comment. Yeah, I noticed. I've noticed. Um, a work account that you can run playlists. Nice. I actually run my channel while I'm at work. Um, I'll have it playing on the background on their TV. But then again, they also watch most of my videos anyway because they're just awesome like that. But you need to clear your YouTube history, or watching things over and over will not give someone watch hours. Love real comments. I watched a video on that today. If you leave real comments on other channels, it will help build your channel. I never realized there was a reciprocal thing there, but that's great. Thought you were subbed to Leanne's channel. Well, I'm glad we went back and fixed that. A lot of times when you have a whole bunch of people subscribe to your channel at once, I will not go back and subscribe somebody the same day. I'll wait a couple of weeks. Or actually, usually I'll wait until they come back and they leave another comment like later on, and it'll remind me, oh, hey, they subbed my channel a few weeks ago. I need to go check them out. I purposely will not check them right away, because if I go check them out and I like their channel and they sub, YouTube's going to go up sub for sub and take those subs away. So I wait a couple of weeks and then I go check people out and I watch a few videos and all of that. Because even if you comment and you like and you interact with the videos, they're going to go up sub for sub and take them away. So that's, like I had a couple hundred people over the course of 2 weeks come and subscribe to my channel, and I waited and checked them all out later. And that's actually, some of the people that are in these videos. So if I'm not subbed to you yet, it's only because you just subscribed to my channel. Like I know that Snow Gardener just subscribed to my channel. So I'm going to give it a little bit of time in between before I go and check out, because otherwise they're going to be like, oh, yeah. So that's kind of how I work around it. And I make sure that I'm giving support to people who are also supporting me. And it's not a sub for sub. It's just, this is the community, and I like to know people in the community. So, but it reminds me to check out their channels when they comment on mine. I'm like, oh, hey, I'm not up to date on their channel, and I'll go check it out. So that's kind of how I work things, because if I just sat there and watched my subscriptions feed all the time, I would never do anything else. Like I wouldn't sleep, I wouldn't work, I wouldn't do my own YouTube, I wouldn't do anything. I'd just sit there in front of my iPad. And I'd still, with all the YouTube subscriptions I have out there, I wouldn't be able to watch everything. So, I try to watch what I can, let's see. Right after the HOA, we lost around 500 subs in a night. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm going to HOA this year. I can't wait. I've already requested the time off from work. My boss gave me an extra day off in front of where I need to leave, so that I can leave a little early and not be like rushed down, because I'm gonna drive it. It's 10 hours, but I'd rather drive it than fly down for, So I mean, it's gonna be awesome. Hey, question. For those since at least I have Celtic roots who's been to HOA, do people camp down there? Do people get hotels or what? Because I am totally down to car camp if people camp down there, because I know a lot of people bring like fifth wheels or RVs. Well, if I'm driving past your house, I'm going to stop in for some cheesecake. All of the above. Okay, so I can totally camp in my car. Awesome. All right, that's fantastic. I am very excited for that. That'll be fun. Got to save up for HOA. Yeah. I'm gonna have a little fund put to the side. You live less than 90 minutes from HOA. Nice. Yeah, because you're book a hotel now. That area fills up quick. I thought you just said we can car camp, because that was my thought. Is that I would just, yeah. I mean, I figure there's probably going to be a lot of people talking about HOA as it gets closer, in the summertime, and as we get into like August, September. A lot of people are going to be talking about HOA, so I'll probably be able to ask a lot of people questions about how to prep. Oh God. I just heard another distinctive thump of a large insect in my room, which means, there's the bugger. Really, dude, stink bugs in my house. I have to get this thing before I lose it. Hold on. Pardon me. I hate these things with a passion. They're like this big. They are this big, by like that big, and they're huge. And like, this is the third one I've found today in the house. Ugh. And if you squish them, oh my God. Ugh. Yeah. So I heard it. I knew it was here somewhere, and then I saw it crawling up my door, so I had to grab it. I hate them. I hate them so much. And not only that, they like destroyed my Loot Shower peppers last year. They like, I don't know if they lay their eggs in them or what, but I had all sorts of stings in my peppers, and then they start to putrefy. Ugh. And the stink bug was the only bug I ever found anywhere near my peppers. So that has to be the culprit. Yeah, these stink bugs, the last 2 to 3 years have been insane. This year and last year, it's crazy, and they're everywhere. And I want to murder them. I just want to murder them all. Hate them, hate them, hate them. Um, how much? I mean, I've been trying to find ticket information on HOA, but apparently, I guess they're not available yet for this year. But like how much is it? It's probably what, like $400 or $500. Hey, I would totally volunteer to help out. Hmm. I'm just excited to go down and meet all these people. Tickets just went on sale. Okay, so my thought. I mean, you did say we could car camp. Like there's like an area for parking for all that, right? Um, yeah. See, I was looking early last week, like Monday. So I think I just missed them going on sale. All right, so I'll go look that up. I have the budget to do it this year because moving home and saving $1,000 a month on rent, it really does help. So yeah, my thought was I would have a cooler, I would have all my food, couple of coolers, and I would car camp and at the site or whatever. It seemed like it had that kind of vibe. But if not, then I will get a hotel, and I will book it now because I have the ability to do so. um oh, like $100. Okay, that's fine. You stayed in a hotel. Okay. All right. I don't know. I kind of feel like if there is like an area for people to camp, or like, park their RVs or cars or whatever, and you can do that, I feel like feeling the vibe of all the people, you know? So I don't know. We'll see. Um, you saw tents, RVs. See, I was thinking about maybe getting like one of those like SUV tents, where you just open your hatch and you've got the tent thing. I thought that would be pretty cool. Because it's just going to be me, and I thought about bringing the dog, but I think she's going to go to camp for a few days. She will have fun at her Auntie Melissa's doggy daycare. So, yeah, then I'm going to get that all set now. Um, Pre-HOA workshops. I don't think I will be there for those. Because I think it starts on Friday, like the actual HOA starts Friday. I'm going to have Thursday off, so I'm leaving from work on Wednesday night. So I'll be in the area on Thursday. So I don't know if I'll be there. Yeah, lines for food are insane. Yeah, I'm planning to bring plenty of my own food. So that'll be fine. You're definitely getting a hotel. I'm so scared about somebody in the car. Yeah. So for those of you who are new to my channel, I have no problem sleeping in my car because actually for the summer of 2016, I actually lived in my car. I lived in my car in the parking lot of a local Walmart, and it was just because my landlord at the time, we discovered a lot of shady things when she went to evict the other tenant, and the Board of Health came in and closed down the building, and the building inspector said there was no occupancy permit and that they were not supposed to be renting the units. It wasn't zoned multifamily. They were allowed to construct one unit over the farm garage for family use. See, my throat is getting dry. Leanne's going to go to bed because her hubby's already asleep. All right. Bye. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, so so we were ordered out basically, and I had nowhere to go. I had parents at the time were renting the rooms in their house, so there was no room at the inn. All right, Celtic Roots, see ya. So there was no room at the inn. I was too embarrassed to go to friends, and even though I had several $1,000s in the bank and I had 3 jobs, apartments were so expensive. And I had this doggy, couldn't find an apartment anywhere. Yeah, I think I really do need to grab a drink. My throat is just that dry. And it's been 3.5 hours for what I thought was going to be like a 1-hour live. So I really need to stop now. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it right here. Leanne's going to bed. Celtic Cruise, they're going to bed. I still need to shoot a video, and my throat is going so dry. I'm parched. So thank you all for coming in and hanging out with me. I'm so excited. Cherie, don't forget to go back and hunt for where I was singing in my video, because I know you guys look for that. And I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for coming in. Love you all. Thank you, Soil Fam. And I will see you in my other videos. And I will see you this Wednesday night with the Suburban Gardenista. We're going to talk about some native plants. Thank you so much. I have been saying that for hours. It's really time to go. Until we meet again, all right. Mwah. Bye-bye.